Good morning and welcome to Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School for today's Indiana High School football freshman and junior varsity games between the Carroll Chargers and the Center Grove Trojans. Kevin Conrad along with Scott Hines, and we have a beautiful day for football. Doubleheader today, 65 degrees. We're headed to about the mid-70s. And Coach Hines, we got a good one today. An opportunity for some freshman players to get better today, and we are underway. The Carroll Chargers kicking off, and it's going to be returned by Nolan LeMasters, and he coughed it up, and it's recovered by the Carroll Chargers. So a mistake right off the bat by the Center Grove Trojans. Jackson Fern, number 41, he's a linebacker on special teams. He recovers, so a mistake here early, Coach Hines, but see what the Trojan defense can dial up here early.
Well, I love coming to these games so you can see the kids that are learning, and there's one thing we need to learn first play. Got to hold on to the ball.
Center Grove last week, 28-0. The freshman squad here at home beat Warren Central in the home and season opener. JV got a nice win last week also against Warren Central, 28-21. So, again, new concept this year with these doubleheaders here at home. I actually love it. I know the officials love it. And there's a fumble by the Carroll Chargers on their first carry from the line of scrimmage, but it is recovered by their big O-lineman. Number 71 recovers, Trey Nyman. So a couple of early game jitters, if you will. Football's at the 36. They get a couple of yards out of the play.
Yeah, we all get them. It's interesting to watch this defensive line. 3 men on the front. They get plenty of penetration.
Yeah, that's right. Center Grove rushing 3. The quarterback, number 8, throws an absolute strike. We do have our first flag here on the near side. One would think it's near the line of scrimmage. It'll be a holding.
Got to be.
Cameron Rudolph, nice-looking freshman quarterback, 6 foot, 170 pounds, threw a nice ball, tight spiral for the completed pass near that first down marker. But let's see what this penalty is all about. Looks like, Coach Hines, they're indicating holding against the Chargers.
It is holding, and again, credit the D-line. They're getting the penetration, and the offensive line has a chance of moving their feet or grabbing and holding, and in that case, they held. But that's earned by our defensive line.
Center Grove went to Fort Wayne Carroll last night. First time Coach Moore and the Trojans have ever played in Fort Wayne. Center Grove got a nice win to improve to 2-0 on the season. 35-24, your final score last night. Center Grove trying to get the sweep here today against the Chargers. Coach Hines, I know you were up there. We were up there with the live audio stream. I was very impressed with the facility, the football field, the press box. It was a top-notch venue for sure.
That was beautiful. It was a beautiful facility and well-coached team. It was fun to watch.
Rudolph comes here to the near side, completes the pass, wrapped up as he comes across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Like O'Haver on the tackle.
Max Powers with the reception for the Chargers. Football at the 39. Close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Chargers.
Looks like they like to pass, Kevin. Expect them to do the same here.
Yeah, they passed a lot last night. We'll get to some numbers from last night's varsity contest. Rudolph throwing. He's got a man. Oh, just a little too high. He was open. He came out of that break. Paxton Hyde, the intended receiver. 4th and 11 for the Chargers.
Yeah, we caught a break there. Our quarterback stumbled.
Last night, the Chargers, 23 of 41 passing. Freisinger, junior quarterback, had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 347 yards passing. Van Pelt, his top receiver. Boy, what a game he had. 9 catches, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. Don't know if that was a school record, but that's a school record type statistic, that is for sure. High snap, Rudolph throws, completes, and the Trojans wrap him up immediately, well short of the first down. Catch a number there on that stick. That was 26 for the Center Grove Trojans.
That's O'Haver again. That's Andres. I'm sorry, Owen Andres. And he played that very well.
Well done. Turnover on down. So, Coach Hines, a nice response here by the Trojans. Again, they fumble on the kickoff return, but a nice response with the defense. Nice stand.
I like it. Inside and out. Looking solid.
This freshman class of about 70-some freshmen. Some are playing varsity, some are playing JV, but a very, very talented class here for Coach Moore and Coach Painter, the freshman coach. And first play from scrimmage, a wonderful run by the Trojans all the way across the 50 into Carroll territory with the carries. That Andres again, 21. No, it's Cohen Limeberry, excuse me.
Yeah, that play warms my heart. I love the old-fashioned wing tee.
We don't see it as much with the varsity, do we?
No. And we give more flexibility with the offense that the varsity runs, but as an old line coach, I love watching the wing tee.
14 yards for Limeberry. Man in motion, handoff. One, that's Blake Walker. Good yardage on first down. Gets it to the 43-yard line. 5 yards. That's what we saw last night, at least in the first half. Center Grove really running the ball effectively, getting 4 to 5 yards on first down.
We're getting the penetration, and the backs keep their feet pumping when they get hit. It's a good combination. Get that line surge.
Michael Mitchell, quarterback for the Trojans, in shotgun for, he's going to go under center, excuse me. That looks like Walker right behind him. Limeberry takes the handoff here to the near side. He's inside the 40, inside the 35, and dives to the 33-yard line. 10 yards for Limeberry. First down for the Trojans.
Nice play call. Keep him spread out and then stuff him up the gut. You can play outside in or inside out. Of course, I would go inside out, but no one wants to call an offense the way I would.
We'll get to the O-line here in just a moment. They're doing a good job so far controlling that line of scrimmage. 21, he sweeps it out here to the left side. Limeberry, forward progress. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 28. Another 5 yards on first down for the Trojans.
Really nice pull block by Ducote. Am I saying that right, Kevin?
Ducote, that is right. Gus Ducote. He's number 63, left guard.
Real nice pull block. He got around the end and got a good log block, and it just helped us get the yards we got.
5 minutes remaining. First quarter, no score. Center Grove on a nice drive. Football at the Carroll 28. Rolling right, throwing. He's got a man complete at the 15 and down inside the 10, out of bounds at the 8-yard line. What a reception by number 47, Paulie Hayes, a 5'11", 185-pound tight end.
Great play all around. He had protection. It was a nice ball. Good catch.
20 yards on the roster. Hayes also listed as a defensive end, so he might play a little bit on both sides of the ball.
Looked pretty good right there.
Sure did. First and goal, again at the 8-yard line. Running to the near side, that's Limeberry into the end zone. Touchdown Trojans. 8-yard touchdown run for Limeberry.
Well, that's the kind of drive you like, Kevin. I don't think we had a negative play, did we?
I don't recall. Yes, I don't recall any negative plays. Good mixture, too, of run, pass. That's what I like about the varsity team. I feel like it's kind of back to the old school. I told that to Coach last week. A lot of running against Warren Central in week 1 and mixed in a little bit of the pass, and we saw that again last night. The Trojans effectively running the ball.
Well, if there's a bigger varsity line than ours in the state, I'd like to see it. And then we got 2 bruiser running backs, 3 bruiser running backs. So it's a run till they stop you.
Yeah, with Weber and Seifries on that left side especially, so big, so powerful. Center Grove last night, 319 yards rushing as a team. That's an incredible stat, led by Reese. 26 carries, 149 yards, couple of touchdowns. How about Hudson Winkler? 10 carries, 69 yards, a touchdown. Ricky Lange, 5 carries, 21 yards. Jaden Biggerstaff, 6 carries, 56 yards, a touchdown. Also, Sloan, the quarterback, 5 carries, 12 yards, and McClurg, 4 carries, 12 yards. So really spreading the wealth. Coach talks about that. Using 4 running backs at the varsity level. That way you're not really wearing anybody down. And I think so far it's worked great through 2 games. Center Grove's 2-0.
Makes it really hard to scheme against. Never know who's coming or what direction they're coming from.
How about this young man? Tyler Loudon. He dresses for the varsity games. He's the backup kickoff guy. He's got quite a leg for a freshman.
He has a great leg for a freshman.
Gilsthorpe does a fine job for the JV team. I understand Central has a great kicker as well, Central Middle School.
I've not been to a middle school game yet, but I need to go.
Coach Andy Moore, JRT coach, he told me about the middle school kicker. Loudon, good hang time, drives it to the 11-yard line, to the 20, 25, down the far sideline, across the 30, and stopped at the 31-yard line. Coach always likes it if you can get the other team, pin them in within, inside the 35. He'll take that every time.
Yeah, he'd take that. My heart skipped a little beat when he got outside of us, but we closed quickly. What do you think, Kevin? Pass?
I think so. A lot of passing last night for Carroll. Sometimes they would go empty backfield at times, 5 receiver set.
I was so impressed with their quarterback and number 3, the receiver.
He started cramping up in the second half, and he still was very effective. Van Pelt, he was impressive last night.
Nice.
Open field tackle, well done on the quarterback. Coach, did you catch a number?
No. 15. Geiger.
Yeah, Will Geiger, linebacker with the tackle. Loss of yardage. Football at the 27.
With a name like that, you know he can hit.
That's right. Loss of 4 yards for Cameron Rudolph. Three and a half minutes left to play first quarter. Rudolph has a man middle of the field, led him too much. We saw that last night a few times from the varsity quarterback for Carroll. Good arm, but led some of his receivers a little bit too much last night.
I'm glad he did.
He was open. He had a step or two.
Yep.
Paxton Hyde, intended receiver.
Kevin, I'm enjoying watching Zach Euler. He was a lineman when he was a junior Trojan. He won the award named after my brother. And I see him now playing linebacker. So I was told he could move pretty good. Obviously he can.
Well, last week he came in on the jumbo package and scored down at the end zone on a 2-point conversion. So you're right. He's got some size and speed, and knocked down by Zach Tapak. Well done by number 4, Tapak. He just came into the ball game, providing that extra support in the secondary.
That's the way to get started. He played it well.
Now we see 91 come in, Taylon McFarland. About that D-line, I show it to be Jeremiah Denton, Aiden Usher, Ari Lanson, Taylon McFarland, linebacker Will Geiger, along with Zach Euler, James Grant. In the secondary, Willie Frazier had a big game last week. Owen Andres, Colt Siner, Kaino Haber, mentioned his name quite a bit already today. And punt blocked. Center Grove got a piece of it. We're going to have great field position. Center Grove recovers at the 30.
Yeah, that's great. Anytime you get a blocked punt, fantastic.
Trojans will set up camp here at the Carroll 30, short field for the Trojans. That happened last night in the second half. Unfortunately, Sloan threw that long pass. It was interception, but I kind of called it more or less like a punt. Then they had the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Carroll did, added another 15 yards. And then Carroll really struggled to move the ball. And then they didn't punt, and Center Grove got a short field and scored.
Game of field position.
Sure is. That's why you got to have great special teams play. Really sets up your defense well. Pass goes underneath to the running back, Blake Walker. He's inside the 10. 15 makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
That boot caught Carroll off guard.
Delagrange makes the tackle. Football placed at the 9. Yeah, that was set up really well. 21 yards on the play.
So, Kevin, if you get a chance, watch Walker. He's a running back, but he blocks. He's hitting people.
You know, the greatest running back we've ever had as a great blocker, that would be Carson Steele. And he still does a great job
yes, he does.
With the Kansas City Chiefs. Mitchell under center. Hand off. Here comes 20. Trying to find the end zone. That's Cortland Marcus. And he's going to be taken down at the 3-yard line, maybe 2-yard line. First time we've mentioned his name. Number 20, Cortland Marcus, 5'10", good size. Scott, 186 pounds.
Wow.
They're going to put him at the 3-yard line. 6 yards for number 20.
Yeah, he doesn't look that big, Kevin. He moves great.
Yeah, it says here on the roster, 5'10", 186. That's good size running back, whether you're a freshman, JV, or varsity. Second and goal at the 3. 90 seconds left to play, first quarter. Mitchell under center, misdirection, and touchdown Trojans. Blake Walker scores from 3 yards out.
Great play. I love seeing those big linemen get out and move. They're pulling. We pulled 2 guards that time, and it obviously worked.
Loudon in to attempt the PAT kick. Holder is Nolan Lemasters. Try to get a number for the long snapper. A little bit difficult for us to see it from here. Coach might be able to pick it up. Looks like 10 might be the long snapper. Caleb Stomps, wide receiver. Loudon is good with the PAT kick. Makes it now a 14-0 ball game.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kevin. I think that was Stomps.
Going back a few years, you know who else used to be a long snapper? Quarterback Luke Calverts.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the JV as a quarterback. I think he was like a sophomore, and he was a long snapper on the varsity Friday nights. It's such a specialty for some of these guys. It's not always a big offensive lineman type. It could be a receiver, a quarterback.
Luke long snapped for us on the junior Trojans.
Trojans lead at 14-0. This is the freshman game on a beautiful Saturday morning. 1:29 left to play in this opening quarter. Special thanks to our presenting sponsors once again for Saturday football: Duke Homes, Coldwell Banker, Stiles, and Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders. Our 4th year of doing Saturday football. Again, I really love these double headers on Saturday here at home for the freshman JV teams. Long night last night. I know, Coach, you said you were in bed about, 1:30? I think I got home around 1 o'clock, in bed about 1:30 as well. So, long trip, about 2 hours, 20 minutes up to Fort Wayne Carroll last night.
Turned in about 1:30, and I slept like a 60-year-old man.
Loudon will put the foot into it. A sky kick here to the near sideline, taken out the 29. He dropped the football. It appears to be Trojan ball. It is. Right through the breadbasket. 17 couldn't get it in his arms and the hands. That's Cody Parton.
Looked like Willie Frazier on the recovery.
Willie Frazier had the pick 6 last week for the Trojans. Makes a big play here on special teams. Center Grove has the football at the 30.
Kevin, I'm a big believer in momentum, and we got all of it right now.
We just talked about special teams play. Coach Moore and his staff, they put time in on special teams. We're talking about kickoff coverage, of course, the kicking, the punting, all of it. Snapping, the holding. Center Grove has been really efficient, really crisp with the special teams play this year. Some movement by the Trojans on that left side of the line. 5-yard penalty against the Trojans. They'll march it back to the 35. Week 1 against Warren Central, varsity team. I thought it was a clean game, no turnovers, maybe obviously some penalties. Coach said they looked at game film. Some of those penalties were a little,
Kevin,
subject
we get called for so many penalties. It's astonishing.
Yeah, so last night, just the one turnover that I recall. Of course, had the muff on the punt, but so far this year, Center Grove doing a good job.
There you go.
He's taken off. That's Limeberry breaking tackles and scoring. 35-yard touchdown for Cohen Limeberry.
That's what I was talking about earlier. He had a nice hole to run through, but he got hit, and he just kept the legs pumping and broke free. It was a beautiful run.
Limeberry, a couple of arm tackles. They always talk about that. Yards after contact. And he broke a couple of arm tackles and scores from 35 yards out. Whistles on the field flag here on the near side. It is against Carroll. They're going to decline it. Coach Painter declines it. Going to keep it right where it is for Tyler Loudon, number 99, kicker. Puts it through. 21-zip Trojans, 42 seconds left to play in this opening quarter.
And Kevin, that definitely is Stomps doing the long snapping. And I don't know if that's the greatest football name ever, but it's pretty good.
Just got word from Coach Moore. He normally joins us at halftime of the JV game. He's got a commitment later today, so he said one of the assistant coaches will come up and join us. So we'll talk about last night's win at Carroll, 35-24. Center Grove 2-0 on the year, and now 3-0 all-time against Carroll.
I imagine Coach is tired too. Had to come home on the bus last night. I don't know what time the bus rolled in, but you know he was here before the sun came up. Breaking down film.
That's right. They get together Saturday mornings, go over the film. The players go over and swim in the pool. Very therapeutic, good way to begin that recovery process.
Yep.
Frankie Hayes last night, number 42 linebacker. He was our player of the game. I felt like second half, he put a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
His blitzing caused a lot of problems for Carroll.
If he didn't maybe get the sack, but made him move, made him rush, made him think about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to put it in the quarterback's head. You just can't let him sit back there and get comfortable.
And that's exactly it. They called fair catch this time, Kevin. But after he stuck the quarterback a couple times, you could tell the quarterback was getting a little itchy feet and dancing around a little bit more and just kind of had his head on a swivel, which helped us.
And you get a quarterback moving, especially in high school football, they're not as effective. They're not going to be on target as much, if you will. So a fair catch by Carroll at the 27-yard line. Final 40 seconds of this opening quarter. All Center Grove. Nice run here for the Chargers, but there's a hole, 2 flags down. Good run by Graham Riotdorf.
I didn't see who it was, but one of our linebackers had penetration and the tackle held him.
By far the best play for the Carroll Chargers on the ground, but it's going to be taken back by the holding penalty.
And we've gone to a 4-man front. We'll be curious to see how Carroll changes their game plan against it.
Football at the 18-yard line following the penalty. 32 seconds remaining first quarter. Clock running. Rudolph throwing and incomplete pass right through the hands of Brett Miller.
That play wasn't going anywhere even if he caught it. They covered it well.
Second down and 19.
What do you call on 2nd and 19, Kevin? When you haven't moved the ball all day.
I think I go back to the run. Maybe spread them out and delayed handoff. See if you can just get some positive yards. Something positive here on offense. Rudolph's throwing. And throws a strike. Close to the original line of scrimmage. Good open field tackle by the Trojans.
Nice defense by the secondary. They ran a stunt on the defensive line and really got some pressure on the quarterback. He's lucky to have gotten that off.
Andres with the tackle for the Trojans. Football is at the 26, so 8 yards, and that's your final play of the opening quarter. Great start for the Center Grove Trojans here in freshman football Saturday morning at Ray Skillman Stadium. 21-0 Trojans. This is CG Football.
Hey, I'm Jeff Saturday, and my favorite thing when I was a professional football player was Indiana. The Hoosier State always made me feel like family. That's why I trust Indiana's hometown mortgage lender, Bailey & Wood. This family-owned company not only gives back to the communities they serve, but also with their 5-star customer service, they can close on your dream home in days, not weeks. So remember, Indiana, you can always get your mortgages at a snap with Bailey & Wood.
Hey, Jeff, how does this look? Yay!
Not bad, bud, but let's stick to mortgages.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Underway here in the second quarter, Center Grove 21, Carroll 0 in this freshman football game at Ray Skillman Stadium. Rudolph passing here to the near side through the hands of Paxton Hyde. Incomplete pass. 4th and 11 for the Chargers. Punting unit in for Carroll.
Putting a lot of heat on the quarterback. He's not allowed to set up and throw accurately. That helps out our secondary tremendously.
Second punt of the day for the Chargers. First one, Center Grove was able to get a piece of it. Good snap. Rolls to his right, gets this one off. Decent hang time. Going to be taken at the 46-yard line. Comes across midfield. Good tackle by the Carroll Chargers. 22 with the tackle. Gavin Green.
Colt Signer on the return, got the ball into Carroll's side of the field. So again, with a short field.
They'll spot it at the Carroll 47-yard line. Colt Signer, tremendous athlete, up and coming. His father brought us a couple of plates of food this morning, so big thank you to the freshman parent group for bringing us a pregame meal.
Most importantly, Kevin, his father's my wife's boss.
There you go.
So we'll speak highly of the Signers.
Great people.
Yes.
We're in the second quarter. Center Grove 21 points in that opening quarter, and man, he fell awkwardly. Is he okay? I don't know if he just got tripped or
he must have slipped. I don't think anybody was near him.
I just hope he's okay. And there's a flag after the play. Blake Walker, the running back, again, kind of fell awkwardly.
Called holding on Center Grove.
Holding against the Trojans.
Every one of our guys drove his guy downfield. It's kind of hard to get a holding call when you're driving downfield, but
all the way back to the Center Grove 44.
But we all trust Rob.
Now they'll put it at the 43, Center Grove 43. First down and long for the Trojans. What do we have? Incomplete pass, going to be grounding.
Yeah.
Michael Mitchell under pressure, just tried to throw it away, and flag thrown on the play. Trying to avoid the sack.
Going to be a loss of down. He avoided getting hit, which in the long run will be good, but we're getting ourselves into a hole here.
Football at the Center Grove 30-yard line. Got to get all the way to, what, the Carroll 37 for a first down.
Do the math, Kevin.
33 yards.
There you go.
33 yards for the first down. Don't ask me what play to run.
Looks like we're going to go to the air.
Yeah, 4 receivers, man in motion.
I like that.
Going with
got good block.
LeMasters on the sweep to the right. Ball comes out late. Did he go out of bounds? They're going to say he was out of bounds at the 42-yard line, 12 yards for LeMasters.
Good thing. He got a real nice block on the edge and another nice block downfield, but I'm sorry I didn't get the numbers.
Got some of it back. Still a lot to go. 18 yards needed for the first down.
I don't think we need to get it all on this play, Kevin. With where the yardage is, we get it short. I think this is a go for it on fourth down drive.
Good clean pocket. Throws. Got the reception with LeMasters. Wow, he hung on to that. He had to kind of twist the body back to the football. He's at the Carroll 41-yard line.
Had a great pocket. Mitchell threw a nice ball. It was bobbled, but he give him credit for dragging it in when there were people coming to hit him.
Fourth and I call it a long 3 yards. Probably, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4,
like
probably
4.
4 yards. Yeah, 4th and 4. Looked like that one covered 17 yards on the reception. 4th and 4. Let's see what Coach Painter dials up.
Keeping them spread out.
Goes to the running back. That's a tough pass to make. Incomplete pass. Another flag in the backfield. And also number 1, Blake Walker, the intended receiver, is down.
Kevin, he's the one that slipped earlier. And I thought when he slipped a few plays ago, he looked like he might have been hurt somehow.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against Carroll. So this is going to be a first down for the Trojans. Late hit on the quarterback. That's tough because they had him stopped. It was 4th and 4 and incomplete pass. It was a turnover on downs, but now the Trojans keep the drive alive. But all eyes right now on Blake Walker, the starting running back. He's to his feet.
Well, he's been having a nice game too.
Kind of holding his back. I don't know if it's his lower back. Not putting much weight on that left foot, left leg.
When your back hurts, everything hurts.
I hear you. Football's at the 26 now, at the Carroll 26. So that's a play that frustrates coaches. Late hit allows Center Grove to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, it'll drive a coach crazy.
You want to be aggressive, but you also got to play with that controlled aggression.
Well, and at the same time, our line let a guy get through. You know, if you seal the pocket, that won't happen.
20 back in there running the football. Boy, he had a great run early on. He's going to get some opportunities now with Walker on the sideline. That's Cortland Marcus. Inside the 20 to the 19.
He runs
7
hard.
yards. He does. He runs downhill, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Again, they list him at 186 pounds, so he's a very strong young man.
He hides it well. Just like you and me, right?
If you say so. Sticking with Marcus. He's got the first down to the 15, 4 yards. I like his game.
Yeah, and again, he had a nice hole to run through. If you just get him a little bit of penetration, a little bit of opening on the line, the running backs can get up to full speed. Gives them a better chance of breaking the blocks if the blocks or breaking the tackles if the tackles are made in the secondary.
Quarter number 2, 5.5 minutes left to play. Center Grove 21 points in that opening quarter, shutting out the Chargers. Looking for more points here in quarter number 2. Pass complete once again to the tight end, Paulie Hayes. Inside the 10. I like that play, Coach.
Good blocking, nice pass, nice reception. That was just good all the way around. I like the play call.
Got rid of it quickly. Hayes gets it to the 9-yard line. They're collecting 6 yards.
Coach Painter's keeping him guessing.
Again, good mix with the play calling today. Mitchell in shotgun formation. Here he is again, the new guy, Marcus, down to the goal line. Lunges. They're going to spot him just inside the 1.
First and goal.
8 yards. At the 1 yard line, maybe just right inside the 1. Yeah, they're going to put it right at the 1 yard line. Almost got himself a touchdown.
Let the big dog eat, Kevin.
Limeberry's got a couple of scores today. Walker's got 1. Yeah, give it right back to him. We'll see. Cortland Marcus.
No need to be fancy. Just pound him.
First and goal at the 1. Going back to Marcus. And he's going to be stood up at the 1. Got back to maybe lost a half a yard.
We haven't missed many blocks, but we did on that one.
Up front today, we're looking at on that old line for the Trojans, Andrew Hartman, Gus Ducote, Ethan Rubish, Lane Robards, Logan Canada. Doing a fine job up front today.
They're having a great game.
Opening up holes. I told Coach McCoy and Smithy, I said, with you being up here today, we're going to talk about that old line a little bit more than we normally do.
Count on it. Those are my dudes.
We're going to throw this time, and almost got it to number 14, LeMasters, and then right behind him was Matheny. He almost off the tip got the reception.
I'm not sure who that was intended for, Kevin.
They were both in the zip code, right? In the neighborhood. One was in front and the other was right behind. Maybe it was going to be that tip drill. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and goal at the 1. 3:33 left to play. We're in the second quarter. Coach Hines, I know you spent many years down at the Bantam program as a board member, also helping out with JRT. You coached a lot of these offensive linemen have come through this Center Grove football program.
I had a lot of fun with them.
Going under center, going to try to run the football, and they weren't surprised. Cortland stood up right as he took the handoff. Cortland Marcus, he's going to lose some yardage. Looks like maybe back to the 4 yard line. A loss of 3, and here comes the field goal units.
That was disappointing, Kevin. We had first and goal on the 1. Pounded up the middle, and we got beat.
From the right hash, this will be, a 20-yard attempt for Tyler Loudon. You might say, why not you go for this? But I think, hey, let this young man get an opportunity to kick a field goal in a game because he might be needed on a Friday night before you know it.
Absolutely.
He does hit the field goal. 3:22 left to play in this opening half. It is now a 24-0 ball game. Center Grove leads it.
Off to a great start.
Playing well, all phases. Outside of that opening play, I guess, the kickoff return fumble, I can't think of too many other mistakes by this Center Grove freshman team.
No, that last set of downs frustrated me, but can't take anything away from any of them. They're playing great. And, you mentioned my old junior Trojan coaches. I hope that Coach Steven and Coach McCoy are listening, because usually when I talk into a headset, they didn't listen to me. So I'm hoping today they have to.
I was always an assistant down at Bantam, but when I had a head coach that actually listened, boy, I had a lot of respect. You make suggestions. Of course, there's always a lot of suggestions, but ultimately the head coach makes the final decisions.
My suggestions usually ran something along the lines of keep it between the tackles.
Big thank you to Kate Leidy on our camera today, doing a great job. She's a junior here at Center Grove High School, part of Coach Moore's student manager staff. She was up at Carroll last night. She said she was in the press box up with the coaches. She has a freshman sister, Mia, that helps out Josh Cherry. Josh, of course, Kobe and Tyler's father, does the team statistics, and Mia's the spotter. That's a tough job to be a spotter for all the stats.
Football is in their blood.
Their grandfather, John, was a 2-time state champion coach at Castle High School. We're going to blow it dead at the 40. Did he call for a fair catch, I believe? Or
he had a hand up. I thought he was just trying to catch it above his head, but
could have been trying. Sometimes you use your hand to shield the sun.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was a shield the sun, but they're going to say he was calling for the fair catch, so the football's at the 40. But we appreciate Kate helping us out today on the camera for our doubleheader. Again, we have freshman football right now. Then they'll have about 20 minutes between games, allow the JV teams to warm up, and then we'll have the junior varsity contest for you. And Coach, how about college football today? Boy, some big games at noon. Arcade and Curry from Center Grove, D. Lyman for the Ohio State Buckeyes hosting Texas. How cool would it be to see Caden maybe get a sack on Arch Manning today?
That'd be nice.
That would be really nice. Nice play here for the Carroll Chargers. Rudolph completing the pass to Max Powers into Center Grove territory. Carroll right now down, obviously 24-zip. Just trying to look for something positive here going into the halftime locker room. Football's at the Trojan 42. But, yeah, all the best to Caden Curry today. Noon start, 2:30. I think it's a 2:30 start. I know IU, of course, that's Tyler Cherry, quarterback, and also Caden McConnell, linebacker for the Indiana Hoosiers. Also at noon, Ball State. Talking about Eli Holt from Center Grove playing at Purdue. That'll be on Big Ten Network. So a lot of Center Grove players playing today on this Saturday. And then Center Grove will have 3 playing on Sundays again this fall. Carson Steele made the practice squad with the Kansas City Chiefs. Rush East going from the Texans now with the Cincinnati Bengals. At the moment, he's on the practice squad. I understand they're trying to get him to the active roster pretty quickly once they get him up to speed. And then Austin Booker with the Chicago Bears made the 53-man roster. I know Austin placed on the injury reserve list, but we hope he mends quickly and gets back out on the field soon here for the Bears. He's got a man, completes it, and he's going to be tackled inside the 5. What a beautiful ball by Rudolph. He led Paxton Hyde in stride, and he's taken down. Looks like we're going to mark it at the 3-yard line.
He had just enough time to throw, and it was a good route. He split two DBs, and the pass was right on the money.
39 yards on the completed pass. I tell you, if you love football, you got Center Grove football on Friday nights, of course on Saturday with freshman and JV football. You can follow the Center Grove football players on college on Saturday. He is swallowed up in the backfield, and then you can watch him on Sunday as well.
Kevin, and it's high-caliber football top to bottom. And I'll throw in the junior Trojans too. They play such a good game. And I think what this shows is the timeout's being called. But I think what this shows is the emphasis that Coach Moore puts on JV and freshmen. You know, they're not just backup guys. They're not just tackling dummies. They run their game and they practice it. And it usually shows on Saturdays how good of a unit we put out there.
Coach, you and I were just talking last Friday at the Warren Central game before the game. We go back to when Max Norris was a senior, and I know your son was on that team, and it's semi-state. Max goes down with that hamstring, and then all of a sudden the running backs, you go from a senior to sophomores, and we didn't miss a beat. Now, there's a drop-off, obviously, when you go to Max Norris, but the sophomores came in, and they did what they had to do. They kept running the football, and these were sophomores that were asked to do a big task, playing in a semi-state game. But that's what Coach Moore and his staff, that's what they do. You're right. They prepare them for Friday nights.
Yes. Of course, it helps when your sophomore is Titus McCoy.
That's right. Yeah, they had some really good sophomore running backs, but
you're exactly right.
But they were ready to jump in. They knew the plays. They knew what to do. And it's semi-state. You're talking about the Final Four.
And Titus was originally a DB in high school, and we had some injuries to running backs, and they just plugged him in, and he never missed a beat.
2nd and goal from the 6. Rudolph rolling right, throwing, goes low. It's an incomplete pass right at the goal line. I like the pass. That's Max Powers, the receiver. He wanted to throw it low to avoid any kind of deflection or interception, but it was just not able to pull that one off the turf. 3rd and goal at the 6. And I remember the first time I mentioned Titus on a Center Grove Friday night broadcast. He was a freshman. Of course, he was on the special teams. He was on the kickoff team. The Warren Central player bobbled it, and Titus was there to pick it up. Of course, you can't advance that football for a touchdown, but he did. He picked it up, took it to the end zone, but it was recovered by Titus. And I think that's the first time that I mentioned Titus McCoy on at least a Friday night varsity football stream, and I also remember the first time Carson Steele, he was a freshman. We were playing at Warren Central. Coach didn't start him that night, but I think he started him every game after that.
Yeah.
But Carson came in off the bench. I remember it was to my left. I could still see it. Carson takes the handoff. Warren Central defender stood him up maybe at the 4 or 5 yard line. Carson takes the hit, absorbs it, stays on his feet, and goes in and scores. And right then and there, I knew Carson Steele could play.
Something special.
He could play on Friday nights as a freshman because he took on a Warren defender, and you're talking about the MIC conference. And he took it in and scored. The coach kept playing him that game. He had a great first game, and of course went on to be Mr. Football and had a great career at Center Grove.
Carson was a man-child. I was fortunate to get to coach him a couple of years on junior Trojans, and even then, 5th and 6th grade, he did push-ups, had a routine he had to do before every game, and it showed. He was cut in 6th grade.
See what the Trojans can dial up here defensively. 3rd and goal at the 6. Center Grove bringing, they're bringing the linebackers, and he lofts it up into the end zone. Yeah. Touchdown.
Nice pass.
Rudolph to Hyde, 6-yard touchdown pass.
We
Carroll's on the board.
We brought the heat, and that left us a little bit exposed. I think it's the right call, but they had a good call against it.
1:05 left to play in this opening half. Chargers on the board. Some confusion here with their personnel. They finally got the block out there. They're ready to kick the PAT. Looks like Jackson Fern will attempt the PAT kick. The hold from Rudolph, whistles, flags, false start against Carroll. So next week, Center Grove hosting the Marion Giants. First time ever in football. It'll be the home opener, 7 o'clock, senior night for Center Grove. And then on Saturday next week, special treat, Center Grove freshmen and JV will go to Carmel to take on the Greyhounds. PAT kick is good. Well done by Jackson Fern. 24-7. I don't know if you'd heard that, but Center Grove had originally planned to go play up at Marion, a little short-handed with the JV freshman squad, so what could have been a bad situation turned into a great situation because Carmel's playing, I believe, a team from out of state.
Okay.
So they don't really have a freshman JV game to play. So they were available. So Center Grove's going to go play Carmel next Saturday in JV and freshman football.
That's great. And I wish we were playing varsity against Carmel because it looks like they've got something going on with Kevin King back.
I would agree. They're going to play Carmel next year. They're coming back next year, the varsity schedule. Yeah, Kevin Wright's doing wonderful things with Carmel. We knew he would turn Carmel around. You just didn't know how quickly. Well, they put up huge points last night. They beat Westfield 34-10.
And quality opponents. They beat Westfield and Fishers last week.
Putting up a lot of points. So, yeah, Center Grove will play Carmel next year, varsity. I think it's week 5. So we're playing Trotwood in week 5 this year over in Ohio, and I think Carmel replaces Trotwood next year in week 5. Kickoff picked up at the 20 by Nolan LeMasters. Flag at the 28-yard line.
That's probably a holding.
Another flag at around the 42. So we have 2 flags on the play. 1 minute left to play in this opening half here at Ray Skillman Stadium. 24-7 all Center Grove in this freshman contest. Ten-yard penalty against the Trojans.
So a minute 2 to go, 78 yards.
Yeah, football's at the 22 now.
I'd still run between the tackles, Kevin.
When in doubt, run between tackles. Spoken like a O-line coach. I think they're listening to you.
I think you heard me. I'm not used to a coach listening to me if Scott McCoy's listening.
Good run by the Trojans to the 28, 6 yards. So got an update. Center Grove boys tennis last night got an upset win over Avon, at least from a ranking standpoint, 5-2, because Center Grove boys tennis ranked number 12, beat number 9 Avon last night 5-2. Today, number 12 CG boys tennis beats number 11 Jasper 4-1 down at Jasper.
Great.
And I believe they're going to play Castle next. It's the Jasper invite. So Coach Beasley, Coach Smith, they've got the boys tennis team playing at a very high level. They're still undefeated on the season.
Kevin, we have so many good athletic teams here at Center Grove. That tennis team's been good for a long time.
Won state twice under Coach Smith. Last year under Coach Beasley, state runner-up. Great program. Girls soccer playing today down in Evansville in a tournament. They won last night 2-1. See if I can get an update on girls soccer. They were up 3-0 at halftime today against the team out of Kentucky, Highland. They beat them 3-1. Highlands, I should say. It's called Highlands. I think they have one more match today down at the Panther Classic in Evansville. Pass incomplete. Looking for LeMasters, I believe. LeMasters and also Matheny in that vicinity. Brings up third down, and we stop the clock now with 38 seconds left in the first half.
Mitchell was getting some pressure from the outside. I think he had to throw that quicker than he wanted to.
Boys soccer hosting Louisville Collegiate today. They've had a good week, beating Guerin Catholic earlier in the week. Kind of a delayed handoff. Is that one Blake Walker back in there? That's good to see Blake. I think that's number 1 Blake Walker. Helped up to his feet. He had to sit out a few snaps with an injury, or appeared to be injured, and good to see him back in there. 4th down for the Trojans. Timeout called by Carroll, forcing Center Grove to punt here. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Kevin, you mentioned tennis coach, legend Ivan Smith. Ivan was a teacher when I was at Center Grove. Been around a long time.
I think since he helped out with that 1972 regional boys basketball team. They won the sectional regional and, of course, went to the Elite 8 and lost in the Elite 8, I should say. They won the Sweet 16 against Richmond, lost in the Elite 8 to Connorsville, who went on to win the state finals.
Yes, Connorsville and Phil Cox. I still think the ultimate insult was Phil Cox beautifully singing the national anthem to start the game and then just pounded us during the game. He was a talented player. But
Ivan was an assistant coach to Coach Tom Jones of that team back in 71-72.
I don't think a lot of Center Grove folks today can appreciate how little Center Grove was in 72.
Just a little country school back in the day. It's changed so much through the years. Center Grove punting. First time today. Lee Snow going to run. Got the pass complete for the first down. That's Blake Walker. Last week we saw him roll to the right and he punted. And I said, when he rolls right, he's got options. He could run, he could punt, he could pass. He passes here for the first down. It looked like it was that Willie Frazier maybe that made the reception for the first down. Football's out to 35.
I love that call.
He's got options. And he was open. Threads the needle for the completed pass. You got 28 seconds left. Some time here to try and work in some more plays.
We just used their timeout against them.
Coach Painter talking things over here in the huddle on the near side.
Come on, Coach. Wing T, run up the middle. See Coach Summers on the sideline. He's got himself a unit, that offensive line.
He said they're talented. He's rides them hard, keeps coaching them up. Big thank you to John's mother, Naomi Summers, up here bringing our Saturday cookies. Appreciate that. She provides cookies for all the football players, coaches.
She's a sweet lady.
Very nice lady. Appreciate her very, very much. On first down, completed pass to Walker, trying to get outside and get out of bounds. Stops the clock, but there is a flag at the 41. This may come back because of a holding call.
Looked like it was pretty far behind the play.
He steps out at the 49. Stops the clock with 20 seconds to play. Again, the flag thrown at the 41. Block in the back against the Trojans. Football at the 31.
Got our work cut out for us.
From shotgun formation, scans the field. That's Mitchell. Completes to LeMasters. He's
Didn't get out of bounds.
No, I don't think he got out of bounds. They're going to, well, let's see. He's at the 43. They said keep the clock running. And opportunity for Coach Painter to tell LeMasters, hey, next time try to get out of bounds. Stop that clock. And that will take us to halftime here at Ray Skillman Stadium in this freshman matchup between Center Grove and Fort Wayne Carroll. Great opening first half for the Center Grove Trojans. 24 points on the board. Carroll scoring here in the second quarter with 7. Our halftime show is up next. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
It's absolutely special, obviously, to have a kid in the Super Bowl and to have a kid win a national championship in college.
Play in the NFL. That's every little kid's dream when they step on a football field. But just being able to get to that, that opportunity and moment, especially being with the Chiefs, like I was saying, it's just been a blessing. And Coach Moore, all my family, all my friends around me too have helped me along the way.
Ever since I stepped foot off of Center Grove, I've definitely heard from, honestly, I'd say thousands of people from around this community, and I've just felt so much love from them. It's been great.
We have a great professional community because our parents are caring and our parents understand the importance of Center Grove. So many great schools come here to recruit, and everybody asks me, well, why would these great academic schools come here? Because they know they get the best student athletes. Center Grove teachers are the best teachers, and they teach college prep classes.
I feel like with Center Grove, I feel like you just set at a higher standard just from everybody. And it kind of just pushes you to want to be the best version of yourself.
Man, it's just been an amazing opportunity just to grow up in this, this type of area. Even since we were young, all the families, parents, moms and dads have been there for everybody.
That family atmosphere where everybody takes care of everybody and we don't really worry about what's outside of our community. It's just we take care of ourselves so well.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. It means the world to me.
There's a great community and a great atmosphere just for everything you do in Center Grove. I feel like everything you do, you have a great mindset, and it just all the people you're around, you feel like you're loved and you're supported by everything you do.
I love that they're humble, and I love that they still love to practice. But what I love the most is they're just the greatest young men of all.
Do you see it? Do you see the potential? The potential for birthday parties on the patio. The potential for lazy weekends by the pool. Do you see the rain hitting the glass as you read a book with a cozy blanket on a cold winter's day? And do you see the science project being done on the kitchen table? Do you feel it? Do you feel the excitement of Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs and as a family forms memories that can never be replaced? Do you hear it? Hear the crackle of the fireplace, the laughter coming from the next room, the sound of crickets as you call it a night. At Coldwell Banker, our people and our company are cut from a different cloth. We see, hear, feel, and sense things that others simply don't. Perhaps that's because we have a unique appreciation for this magical thing that defies description, that goes by the name of home. Because of this appreciation, and because of our dedication to be the best in the craft, our company has thrived for well over a century. This is why we're ranked #1 in agent trust. And this is why more people have turned to us to help them find and sell their homes than any other company in the history of America. We are Coldwell Banker. We do real estate differently. We do real estate with higher standards. And we have proudly guided people home since 1906.
Guys, Bailey & Wood closes in days, not weeks.
Well, it looks like the hometown team of Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders is running some really great plays.
Yeah, Walker. It is the winning combination of in-house processing and underwriting, along with providing 5-star customer service that gets you to the closing table fast.
It's pretty evident that Bailey & Wood is the winning team for all your mortgage needs.
Mortgages and snacks.
Yeah.
Get a free AC from Peterman Brothers this month.
When you get a qualifying heating and cooling system installed by Peterman, the AC is free.
And it's backed by our exclusive lifetime unit replacement warranty.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
It may be intense, it may be emotional, but it's only a game. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you of these sportsmanship tips.
When an official makes a call, accept it. When a member of the opposing team makes a great play, applaud it.
When an opponent extends a hand after the game, shake it.
Play it cool, practice sportsmanship. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport. Go Trojans, go Trojans.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium for Saturday football. Center Grove leads Carroll 24-7 in the freshman game. We do see the Center Grove junior varsity team warming up on the side field known as Hog Island. That's what Coach Moore nicknamed it. Offensive lineman's dream over there. It's where the Center Grove offensive linemen do a lot of their work during the week, Coach Hines.
It is. I love having that. That's been new in the last few years, and it's a great opportunity for the, like you say, for the line to get some NDO.
Just your thoughts about this first half. Again, I was really impressed with this Center Grove freshman team last Saturday, seeing them for the first time in their 28-0 win against Warren Central. Again, a lot of depth, a lot of talent.
Yeah, Kevin, there's no such thing as a perfect football game, and we certainly weren't perfect the first half, but we were pretty doggone good. As a fan, we looked great. As a coach, there's a few things to work on. There always is. And, right now the main thing with a 24-7 lead, the main thing is going to be complacency, keeping the boys dialed in, and I'm sure they'll do it. But I sure like the way we've been able to own the line of scrimmage. Backs are running hard. The DBs are playing well. Linebackers move real well. I'm just very impressed. And this is a team, Kevin, that how many kids have been moved up to JV and varsity?
I would say roughly 8, maybe 2 to varsity, 6 or so, 7 to the JV team. So, again,
Crazy.
that shows you the great depth of this freshman class.
It's a fantastic class.
I mean, you see Sloan playing defensive end for the varsity team. And
boy, he looked good last night.
He looked really good. You are correct about that. He's got good size. I also hear he's a really good baseball player as well. Here in the first half, Limeberry, 8-yard touchdown run. Walker, 3-yard touchdown run. Limeberry, another touchdown run covering 35 yards. How about Loudon, the field goal kicker, 20-yard field goal, made it 24-0. And then Rudolph to Hyde, touchdown pass, 6 yards for the Carroll team to get on the board late in the first half.
Plenty of leg to spare on that field goal also. And don't lose sight of the fact Carroll's one of the top 10 programs in the state of Indiana. I mean, that's a fantastic program. And we mentioned how impressed we were with the facilities, but the kids, you can tell they've got great attitudes. They're very well coached. It's a good program. And to be manhandling their freshman team like this is quite an accomplishment.
Coach Dinan, their varsity coach, he's an Ohio State grad. He's been at Carroll now for 16 years. He's doing a great job. And Coach Moore talked about this last Saturday with us. These northern Indiana schools like Carroll and Warsaw, Fort Wayne Snyder, they're playing the teams down here in central Indiana. They realize the last 25 years at the highest class level, whether it be 5A for years, now 6A, has been dominated by the teams here in central Indiana. So these northern Indiana teams realize they've got to figure out a way to play these teams like Center Grove, and Warren Central played Warsaw last night. Carroll played Hamilton Southeastern last Friday. They've got to play and raise their level of play. They got to beat these teams if they want to compete for a state championship. And Coach Moore really commends Coach Dinan and these coaches up to the north for doing this.
That's the only way you can elevate your program, and it surprises and disappoints me how many teams up north do not want to come down here and play, and vice versa. It's the only way you can judge just how good you are is by playing the best. Tip my hat to them.
Well, it's a good way to show your community, to show your coaching staff, your players, your administration. This is what it takes to play at this very high level. And, again, I think Coach Dinan and a lot of these teams up north, they're starting to figure out, hey, we have to do this if we want to compete for state titles. And they were in the state championship game, 2022 against Center Grove. Center Grove, kind of a lopsided win, if you will, but still, they were in the state championship, and they're trying to get this program where they like to get it up a notch or two to compete with the mixed schools and the HCC schools and Carmel and Center Grove.
And they certainly competed last night.
And they sure did. This time he goes deep with it, inside the 10, all the way back to the 9-yard line. Good coverage by the Trojan special teams, making the tackle on Hyde as he comes across the 15, just shy of the 20. He'll be taken down at the 19.
Looked like Siner got the tackle, but that's all set up with a great kick. Inside the 10-yard line and pinned up against the sideline, it just takes out so much of the field you need to cover.
Good hang time, allowing his men get down the field. Loudon doing a good job. Again, he dresses on Friday nights. He's the backup kickoff guy.
Easy to see why.
Rudolph takes off, the quarterback. Pretty good blocking on the edge by the receiver. To the 26-yard line, 7 yards.
Yeah, he got a little more room to run outside than I would hope, but it closed up fairly quick. It's interesting, Kevin, to see how they use Signer. I think he's technically a strong safety.
Ari Lanson, 5'8", 225-pound D lineman, wraps up the running back. Loss of yardage on the play.
Yeah, we're controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
Loss of about 3.5 yards. Third and a long 7. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
There's another hold.
Flag in the backfield. Rudolph hit as he let go of that one. It is holding against the Chargers. Center Grove will decline the penalty. Brings up 4th down. 4th and a long 6. I think they declined it.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they decided to decline, forcing 4th and a long 6. The pass was incomplete, so
that's the right call.
Forcing the Chargers to punt. Jackson Fern will punt. One was blocked in the first half. The other one got off. Was pretty decent punt. Some players running on late here for Carroll.
Is that Signer deep?
Flag, and we got a false start. We had a player go down, offensive lineman, and then he stood up. Once you get in your stance, you got to stay down, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
O-lineman, once you put that hand down on the turf, that's kind of like your set position. You can't take that hand off the turf.
And you get in the second half early in the season, it's hard to stay in that 3-point stance for an extended period of time.
So now they'll march it back to the 19. Just got it off. He had some pressure.
That was not a pretty punt. Good job by the punter.
He did a good job to get it off, and then does take a nice roll. Some words being exchanged following the punt.
Yeah, that was really bizarre. Well, we start another drive in Carroll territory.
Football at the Carroll 47-yard line.
Kevin, can you see if Walker's in?
He came in late in the second quarter, so that was good news. We'll see if we see number 1 out there to begin the second half. I see him out there. Yep, he's in there. So that's good news.
Yeah.
He got back in there late second quarter and appears to be okay. He went out for a few plays. Coming this way, LeMaster shakes off the tackler on the edge, lowers the shoulder pad, takes on a big hit. That could have been a no gain, but good job to shake off that first tackler. He gets it to the 41, 6 yards.
Yeah, it was a nice run. He had some good blocks on the interior. The good old wing tee.
Last week we played at Warren Central. Derek Moyers, the athletic director there, of course, he was the longtime coach at Pike. He had the best quote about Center Grove football and the wing tee. He said, in Center Grove, when you're 5, you learn to tie your shoes, and then the next day you learn to run the wing tee.
There you go.
I'll never forget that. That was one of the best quotes. You go to kindergarten, you learn to tie your shoes, and then you learn to run the wing tee offense.
He's not wrong.
35-yard line. Good yardage for the Trojans and a first down.
Sticking with the wing tee.
Mitchell under center. Is that 5 that time?
That looked like Signer.
Yeah, Colt Signer lining up in the backfield, getting some runs here.
Nice job, and all these guys do. They plant and go, and I know that's what Coach Moore wants them to do. He doesn't like them dancing around, and give the guys credit. They don't. They plant and go.
Kyron Copeland in, offensive lineman. See Coach starting to run in some more players here in the second half. Exactly. Get snaps, get reps, get better.
Yep.
Second down and 6. Bootleg to the
Nice.
right. Man is
Touchdown.
wide open. Hayes. Paulie Hayes, touchdown pass, 31 yards.
That was a pretty play. And again, we started it. We set it up by pounding the middle. Got him to cheat in a little bit, and that was open, and it was well executed. You mentioned we had some substitutions on the line. They still sealed the line off well. Had plenty of time to throw it, and right on the money.
Well executed. Paulie Hayes has been impressive today. Not pretty, but it's effective. No style points, right?
No, none on that one, but it still puts a point on the board.
Got it through. 31-7. Center Grove leads it. Freshman football game, JV on deck. Again, we have the JV football team warming up. They're stretching over on the side field that Coach Moore calls Hog Island. It's about a, 30-yard, maybe 20, 30 yards, something like that. It's
Looks
where
like 30.
30. It's where the offensive linemen do a lot of their work during the week. They got all the blocking sleds over there, things of that nature. Nice addition a few years ago.
Yeah, linemen don't need anything bigger than 30 yards. They usually have the chutes and the sleds and whatever else there for them to drill with. It's a great addition to the facility.
So, Coach, that's what your specialty is, offensive line. Give us an idea what makes a great offensive lineman. Kind of break it down for us a little bit. I think a lot of people don't realize they have to have great footwork.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago when I played, it was about how big and heavy you were, and now they're athletes. I mean, feet and hands.
Yeah, feet and hands. Got to be able to move.
Yeah, the biggest challenge with the younger kids, including high school, is getting them to remember assignments. But as long as they figure out their assignments, and they've got to communicate because assignments will change based on what defense is running. As long as they communicate, have quick hands, quick feet, it'll be all right. Blocks don't have to be beautiful. They just have to be successful. Just get in the way.
Loudon will kick off once again. He's been a busy young man today with kickoffs, PAT kicks, 1 field goal.
That's another great kick.
Inside the 5. Well done by the freshman, Loudon. Going across the field, this is Jay Sims. Still going on his feet across the field. Some nifty moves. He's going to be stopped at the 29-yard line. Well done by Jay Sims.
Nice return. He probably should have let that just go into the end zone, but he managed to get, what is he, the 29?
29. Now they'll bring it out, looks like maybe to the 30. So, also with the offensive line play, like you said, your assignments, you got to communicate. Coach Moore always talks about that. It's never perfect up front. You're trying to read defenses. You're trying to do your best. Like you said, you want to get in the way, trying to open up the hole, protect your quarterback, protect your running backs. But it's not perfect up front. So you got to do a lot of reads. And just, again, it's maybe, it doesn't get enough credit. It's a difficult position. And I've heard sometimes some of the smartest players on a football team are the offensive linemen.
Every year for the NFL Combine, they give every position I forget what they call the test, but intelligence test basically. And every year they've done it for the NFL, the offensive line has had the highest score of any position.
Rudolph runs it for 3 yards. My dad was a professor at the University of Indianapolis, and he said some of the best students he had were offensive linemen, football players.
There was an NFL coach, I can't remember which one, but he made a comment as if your daughter's going to marry an NFL player, marry a lineman.
Because, you're up there like the quarterback. Quarterback tries to read the defense. Offensive lineman got to do the same. And speaking of offensive linemen, I'm hearing Jeff Saturday is supposed to be here this Friday for the Center Grove football game against Marion.
Great.
As a guest for Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lender, one of our sponsors today. They also sponsor the pregame tailgate party. So Jeff Saturday, the great Colt center, expected here on Friday night's home opener. Pressure on the quarterback.
Jeremiah Denton just laid him out.
Good hit. Helped him up afterwards. That's what I like. Good sportsmanship. Hey, make a big hit, put your hand down, help him up.
Didn't talk.
Well done. 3rd and 7 for the Chargers. Just under 4 minutes to play. We're in the third quarter. Stands tall in the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run, and he's got a first down. Good tackle, though, by Colt Siner. Gets it to the 41 for a first down. 8 yards for Rudolph. Really nice run by the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, and we dropped just about everybody trying to avoid the long pass, and we were left exposed to that. But that's one where you put extra emphasis on the linemen. They've got to hold their ground, stay in their gaps.
Trying to run the football. Hadn't had too much success running the ball today. Center Grove's defense has been really good.
There's a lot of white jerseys everywhere. I mean, they break one and run into 2 more.
Bryant Dorff with the run. He gets maybe a yard, and that's it. Actually, they'll say no gain. Right back to the 41-yard line. Center Grove last night defensively against the run did an excellent job against Carroll. I'm trying to find my notes here. I think I wrote it down. 8 yards rushing last night total.
Amazing.
For Carroll. They passed it well, but just 8 yards on the ground. 226 yards passing.
Did you get a number on that, Kevin? That was a nice tackle. 48.
Was it 48?
Aiden Usher.
Aiden Usher.
Beautiful. Steps right in, takes over.
Listed as a D lineman, also a tight end, 6'2", 215. Good size. Football at the 39. A loss of a couple of yards. Brings up 3rd and a good, I would say, 12 yards here. 3rd and 12.
I get a kick out of watching these guys trying to communicate to the coach. I don't know what he's trying to get, but Ari Lanson, if I'm pronouncing that right, is trying to get him to call something.
What a ball. What a catch. Oh, it came out as he hit the ground.
Down.
They're going to say incomplete.
Okay, good.
They're going to say he didn't really have control all the way down. I thought Hyde was going to have a great reception, but back official says incomplete pass. 4th and 12.
I love it, Kevin, when you see, in this case, it's the nose tackle, or the shade as we called him, trying to get something called. It usually means that he's found something that's going to work, and he's owning his guy across from him, and you love to see the excitement. That's something I have always thought, is that so many kids don't seem like they're having fun when they play. They need to have fun, and that's what Lanson appears to be doing. I like that.
Punt for the Chargers. This time it does not take the friendly roll for the Chargers. 28 does down it, though. Reinhardt.
Well, we're on our side of the field, Kevin. They got us pinned in all the way to the 47.
47-yard line. Center Grove's had great field position all day long.
Yeah, we have.
That's one thing I like about Carson Steele, the way he played football for Center Grove and through the Bantam years. He just always had fun playing football. And I remember years ago, Coach Moore gave me a quote for the Center Grove magazine. I write some articles, and he said he said Carson's like a sophomore. We're at halftime in the locker room. He's got blood on his elbows, blood on his knees, and he's got the biggest smile on his face because he's just absolutely enjoying everything about playing football.
He absolutely does. He's living a dream, and I'm happy for him. That's what he was meant to do.
New quarterback for the Center Grove Trojans. We see number 3 in there, Camden Krukemeyer, 5'8", 125-pound quarterback, hands it off, and the Trojans get it to the 49, to the Carroll 49, so 4 yards for CG. Again, Coach Painter doing a good job, as you said, sharing the wealth, seeing a lot of new faces in there playing for Center Grove.
Well, we're not missing a beat.
No drop-off, you're right. Baldea now checks in the ball game with the next play, number 6. Charlie Baldea. He'll split out to the right.
5'3", 110.
Paulie Hayes lines up at left tight end. What a day he's had today. Again, Krukemeyer, your new quarterback here for the Trojans. I think that was 20. That's Cortland Marcus. We saw him with some carries in the first half.
Yeah, we didn't get the surge off the line that we have been getting.
Loss of 1 yard.
I'm sure Coach Summers will coach him up.
3rd and 7. So you coached Coach Summers back in the day?
A long time ago.
When Coach was about, what, 13 years old?
He was 13. I was 18.
And was that baseball?
It was baseball, yes.
So I think you said that was the Padres. Well, that's your final play of the third quarter. We'll take a break. 31-7. Make that, 31-7. Center Grove freshman football team leading Carroll here at Ray Skillman Stadium. This is Trojan football.
Guys, Bailey and Wood closes in days, not weeks.
Well, it looks like the hometown team of Bailey and Wood Mortgage Lenders is running some really great plays.
Yeah, Walker. It is the winning combination of in-house processing and underwriting, along with providing 5-star customer service that gets you to the closing table fast.
It's pretty evident that Bailey and Wood is the winning team for all your mortgage needs.
Mortgages and snacks.
Yeah.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Underway. Big run for the Center Grove Trojans. Touchdown. John Ferris hits number 22. A new face in there for the Trojans beginning the fourth quarter with a long run. Touchdown Trojans. That one covers, I think, 53 yards.
I think you're right. And like I say, we don't miss a beat. We got new linemen in, new backs. Same result.
22, John Ferris. What a moment for that young man. 50-plus on the touchdown. Time for the extra point kick. Off and running here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when you put the reserve players in on offense, sometimes they forget they're still on special teams.
Yeah, that's what happens. You're right. You start playing a lot of different players. You kind of get out of the regular rhythm of your subbing and so on. You're right. So we got some players running on late for both teams, and now I think we're ready for the PAT kick. LeMaster's holding. Loudon with the extra point kick. And we figured out it's 10. Caleb Stomps, wide receiver, long snapper. It is good.
Boy, he's got a leg.
Almost hits the locker room. He hits it so well. 38-7, all Center Grove in this freshman game. Center Grove last week beat Warren Central 28-0, so we're on their way to a 2-0 start, and then we'll see what the freshman team can dial up next Saturday. They'll be at Carroll to take on the Greyhounds. But going back to your story, Scott, we had to jump to our commercial break. So you had a chance to coach Coach Summers. You were 18, he was 13. Sounds like it was it Center Grove Little League Baseball?
It was back when they played at McNabb Field, and I had finished up my eligibility of playing, and I wanted to go into coaching, and I thought I was going to get an assistant position, and they gave me a team, and it wasn't. We didn't win the league, Kevin, but I had fun. You might have to ask John if he did.
I'll have to ask him next time. John was on that 1987 Center Grove football team. First time to win a sectional and also won a regional.
That was unheard of at the time.
And that was under head coach Dave Conrad. I've had a few people ask if we were related, and I said, no, not to my knowledge, no relationship. But Coach Conrad back in '87, that was a special Center Grove football team. Had Dave Gandolf, great pitcher, great tight end, great field goal kicker for the Trojans.
Yep.
He had a touchdown reception, I believe at least one field goal. Good run going.
A bit inside.
Taken down close to midfield. Looked like that was 33 with the return. Bryce Phillips.
Got caught looking inside and lost our containment.
They always say, stay in your lane. You're right.
It sounds so easy, Kevin.
But then they start angling over toward the ball, and then they go right outside. You're right. You lose that containment. Got to stay disciplined. Football at the 47, Carroll 47. Stay tuned. Game 2. Center Grove Junior Varsity taking on Carroll. I see Center Grove. They've been warming up for some time. Not sure about the Carroll. Oh, I see them just now. Carroll JV team walking out of the locker room. They've got their white jerseys, silver pants, some really sharp colors. I'm a big fan of the blue and the royal blue and silver.
Yeah, it's sharp.
That might be my alma mater days coming out in me. Franklin Central, of course, they're more royal blue and white. A little bit of gray, but I also big fan of the white uniform Center Grove wears. They looked sharp last night, didn't they?
White on white's my favorite.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know what it is about the white on white, but I sure like it. With the red numbers. Penalty, so it's first and short. Pass complete on that far side of the field. Looks like the tight end with the reception, Ian Briggs. First down here for the Chargers. Move the chains. Football at the Center Grove 37.
It's a great opportunity for some of the kids that are looking for more playing time and get a chance to earn it.
Run up the middle. Back to the line of scrimmage. Stumbled. 20 with the carry. Asher Smith.
And you know, Kevin, names we don't call out very often are the defensive tackles. And you got to feel for them because their main job is to get double teamed every play.
Years ago, my neighbor was Bryce Krebs, and he was a nose tackle for Center Grove. And, yeah, it's not always the glamorous type position. You're right. The job is to take on the double team to allow the linebackers to come up and with the support and make the tackles.
Exactly, and that's a chore. I mean, they may work as hard as anybody on the field and rarely get their names called. So.
That's right. Maybe have minimal tackles or whatever, but you're just really supposed to stuff that line of scrimmage, stuff those holes, take on the blocks.
I always said, the defensive tackle's done his job when the linebacker's the hero.
That's a good point. Last night, Frankie Hayes, big game. How about True Paxson also? Both of them putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback last night.
Yeah, they're talented.
And I said last night, I mean, maybe I'm not sure who's going to come up and talk to us today from the Center Grove coaching staff. Coach Moore has a commitment today. He'll send up he said an assistant coach. But I like to, sometimes you hold stuff back for the second half. You don't want to show your hand in the first half to allow the other team to make adjustments at halftime. I felt like we started blitzing in that second half, started bringing the linebackers in the second half. We really didn't do that in the first half. Basically, you just want to hold that for the second half. It's hard to make adjustments on the fly. Not easy.
It is, and Kevin, it's fascinating. I've been fortunate for a lot of years to be on the sideline and, staying in the shadows, but I do get to hear some of what's going on. And it's so impressive, the reads that our guys do. When the other team breaks a huddle, you can hear them calling out. They know exactly what play's coming. It's impressive. You can tell they put in hours and hours of scouting film.
Second down and 10. Rudolph rolls right, throws near the first down marker. Did his man hang on? He did. What a catch. First down.
Great catch.
81, I believe, with the reception. Anthony Bontempo. The ball at the 15. 11-yard reception. years ago, before I started doing Center Grove web streams, I did a football game. It was Speedway Tri-West. I think it was a sectional game. The great Dick Dullahan from Ben Davis did the game with me. He was my color commentator, and he did the same thing. He was calling out the plays, what was going to happen before they even snapped the football. It was incredible.
There's a reason Dick won as many games as he did.
Touchdown pass, but I think it's going to be taken away. Flag at the 19. This is going to be holding against the Chargers. But, yeah, he could tell by the way they would set up with the formation if it was going to be a run play, a pass play.
Yeah, Dick was a great coach.
Even as an announcer, he would watch game film during the week on both teams. He would always ask the high school coaches, even as a color announcer for high school football, he always wanted game film. And he knew exactly what each team liked to do and what they were going to do. You're right, he was one of the all-time greats.
Good man, too.
For a long time, he held the most conference titles in the MIC, but Coach Moore now has the most with 8. Surpassed Coach Dullahan. Incomplete pass. With last night's win, Center Grove now, can you believe this, Coach? 61 wins, 9 losses in the 2020 decade. 61-9.
It's amazing. Had some great teams.
That 20, 21, and 22, 3 years in a row. That 2021 team was about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah. Kevin, when was the last time we didn't make the Final Four? Was it when Joel Hale was here? Stoner?
That's a great question. Well, we lost in the regional one year to Avon. I think Coach Moore's perfect in the regional round except for 1 year. We lost the regional game against Avon at Avon. So that would say that was the last time we didn't make it to the Final Four. And I'll have to look that up, but isn't that incredible? Coach, yeah. I think Center Grove's won 14 consecutive sectionals. And I just remember 1 year we lost over at Avon in the regional.
It's amazing, Kevin, because for decades before Coach Moore got, we've had good teams over the years, but not consistently. We were a perennial 6-4 team. Nice throw on the run.
Touchdown for Carroll. Again, they're just looking for some positives here late in the ball game. Rudolph connects with 16 Heineman for the touchdown.
It's good for Carroll to have some good memories when they leave here, and it's also good for our guys to get some more experience.
(2017) to answer your question. Last time Center Grove did not make it to the Final Four.
Okay.
Won the sectional that year against Columbus North and lost at Avon 32-21, 2017. So Center Grove's been in the Final Four 2018 on.
Crazy.
PAT kick is good. Makes it now a 38-14 ball game. Center Grove with a commanding lead. We have 5 minutes left in today's freshman game.
And you can see on our sideline, coaches are still coaching them up.
That's what I like about our coaching staff. I told this to Coach Moore last week. You'll see it more so with the JV. Once the varsity gets done with game film and all their responsibilities, they'll come out here, the varsity coaches, and coach the players on the sideline. You'll see Coach Siderwich, Coach Timmons, and others out here coaching them up. I remember last year Joe Siderwich doing a lot of coaching with Oscar Sloan in the JV games because he knew Oscar had to be ready this year to be our varsity quarterback.
Yeah, and it shows. And we've got a 24-point lead with 5 minutes to go. But I mean, there's a lot of guys would just coast, and that's not what we're going to do.
Appreciate everybody online watching our stream today. Good audience online. I know there's a lot of people probably watching us and watching Ohio State, watching Purdue, Ball State. IU kicks off at 2:30. They're on FS1 today, IU is, against Old Dominion.
real curious to see how they do this year. Well, they'll be good, doesn't matter how good.
How about Taven Jackson, Central Florida?
Saw that.
Couple of touchdowns, 200-plus yards passing in his debut.
That game winner was a beautiful throw. There's no way of proving it, but I still think Taven's probably the best athlete Center Grove's ever had. He's good at everything.
He can golf, he could pitch in baseball, basketball. You're right, football, of course. Football at the 17-yard line. Krugemeyer, your new quarterback, still out there. 24 with the run. That's Samuel Bridges. I believe that's 24.
It was.
Bridges, yes. Again, some new faces out there.
Yep. Got Krugemeyer at quarterback.
Yes, Krugemeyer. He's out there last possession and out there again. We see 11 checking in. That's Adam Spomar, wide receiver. Splits out to the left. We're inside 4 minutes to play. Center Grove freshman team going to 2-0 and headed to Carmel next week. 0 with the run. Bronson Jones, 5'4", 100-pound running back, wide receiver.
And that's one of those coaching opportunities where our guys are coming out and hitting, but the footwork needed to be a little better to seal the edge, and that'll come with time. Which, by the way, is something I think Coach does a great job of, the whole coaching staff, but it comes from Coach Moore, is that we don't peak in August. You know, we've got mistakes. Last night we had a bunch of mistakes, and the week before, and they'll work on them, and you know, we should be hitting stride by October and hopefully through Thanksgiving weekend.
That's the other thing. Coach Moore knows how to push guys hard, but also knows when to pull back. You don't want to wear out your players before the state tournament, especially the big guys, the offensive linemen, defensive linemen. You got to have those fresh legs ready to go for that push in the state tournament. And he talks about some coaches push too hard, and you don't have a fresh team going into the state tournament.
Yeah, Coach is a genius. I mean, I can say that he's not here. I don't know if he'll ever hear me say this, but it just, as an observer, watching him, I'd pay admission to listen to his pregame speeches. They're fantastic, and the way he works the sideline, he absolutely will bark at a kid when he does something wrong, but he'll also there's so much subtle and otherwise humor that comes out of him. It's flat out entertaining. But he absolutely knows what he's doing, and it's also fascinating at halftime to listen to him dissect what we saw in the first half and come up with a solution. And he'll say what the solution is and walk out, and I'll sit in there for 5 minutes trying to figure out why that was the solution, and sometimes I never do, but it works.
From the 15, 3rd and 12. Running to the outside is 22. John Ferris had that great run moments ago, 50-some yards for a touchdown. This time he's wrapped up at the 12-yard line. Loses some yards.
Yeah, and sealing the edge is tough. It's tough for anybody. I mean, it's so reliant on good feet. It's a tough lesson. That's what I'd like to see us run a little more in the middle, but I always want to see us run in the middle. 4th down, we're going to go for it or kick?
I would say they're going to go for it.
Might as well.
Got the backups in there. Final 2 minutes of this ball game. Leading 38-14. A lot of new faces in there trying to set up this play here. 13 splits out to the right. That's Jacob Craycraft. Whistles.
Had a lineman just lean forward.
You're going to like this. You may remember this, Coach. 2008, that's the first year we started web streaming Center Grove football at Bloomington South. Halloween night, sectional championship, Center Grove, Bloomington South, 2 tremendous football programs. Jordan Llewellyn, head coach, another coach on the field. He was a great quarterback for Center Grove, of course. Trojans go down there, get the big win, really won big. But how about Trey Thompson, guard,
oh my God,
offensive lineman, he told me that he was a running back in Bantam, so he had great speed. But when you got Swift and the Jones brothers, and also there was, of course, Tanner Riley. He had all these great running backs. He said, I knew I wasn't going to be a running back in high school, so I had to find a new position. Of course, he was a pulling guard.
Best pulling guard I've ever seen.
So I'm up on the press box calling the game, sectional championship. It's down here to my right. I can still see it. At Bloomington South, Tanner Riley runs the jet sweep for a touchdown, his third or fourth touchdown of the night. And Trey Thompson locks on to a defensive back for Bloomington South, rides him all the way to the track, and just dropped him on the track. I'll never, ever forget that. And I thought for sure there was going to be a penalty. They did not throw a penalty.
Kevin, most of that season I was right on the line of scrimmage for every play. And when we run a buck sweep and Thompson had the kick out, I'd have to get out of the way. He would pancake the guy and they'd slide right off the field.
Jaden Hawthorne with a sack for the Trojans. Yeah, no one better than Trey Thompson. That 08 team, man, that was one of the all-time greats. That was Coach Moore's first state championship team.
It was a great team, and that championship game will never be topped, in my opinion.
Great comeback against Carroll. Incomplete pass. Stops the clock with 49 seconds.
The fact that it was our first state championship and the fashion, scoring 22 points in 6 minutes, and the fact that it was against Carroll. How do you top that?
And it was the first time they had played the state title at Lucas Oil. I was up in the press box, so I'm high atop Lucas Oil. I could see down. You could see the red and white from end zone to end zone in the bottom part of the Lucas Oil. And they set the record that day for the largest crowd for the one-day crowd for a state championship game. I still think it's a record today. And
I think you're right.
Pass complete in the end zone. Max Powers with the reception. Touchdown for Carroll. But that was just a great day of football. You are correct.
It was a nice play for Carroll. And again, good learning opportunities for our guys. They've really got some good quarterback play.
Rudolph's done a really good job today. You're right. Cameron Rudolph.
I'm assuming we'll see more of the same in the JV game.
I think so, too. Yeah, we saw a lot of passing last night, a lot of passing here with the freshman game, so I would assume the JV will be very similar. PAT kick is good. 38-21 all Center Grove. 43 seconds left in this one. Once again, a big thank you to our presenting sponsors for Center Grove Saturday football, Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders, Coldwell Banker Stiles, and Duke Homes, our fourth year of doing Saturday football, and it's a blast. I appreciate everybody that tunes in online. It gives you an opportunity to kind of get a preview of what to expect on Friday nights for the next season or two. We're seeing it now. I mean, you're seeing Nolan Reese, Winkler. These guys were running the football just a couple of years ago down here in the JV freshman games, and before you know it, they're the stars on Friday night.
Well, those guys run hard.
Biggerstaff, he had a good game last night. Jaden Biggerstaff, he ran last week in the JV game. I think he probably had one of his best games ever last night.
Yep, and it was I love watching Nono and Winkler both played for me. I know Biggerstaff played for the Junior Trojans after I had my hiatus, but they just run so hard. They're punishing.
Yeah, Winkler's, he really does get after it. Oh, an onside kick.
He touched it before it went 10 yards.
Yeah, I don't think it did go the 10 yards. Let's see if they saw it or not. I don't know if they did or not.
I can't believe they tried it.
They're going to say Carroll football, but I thought so too. It looked like there was a touch by Carroll before it went 10 yards, and Coach Painter's saying the same thing. I thought it went off a foot or something. It looked like it got kicked a second time.
It was clearly touched by Carroll before it made the 50, but whatever.
Football at the Trojan 45 with 30 seconds and counting left to play in this one. Rudolph Throwing one deep. Right sideline. Flag on the play.
Fellas, come on.
Zach Tapak down there on the coverage along with someone else, maybe 21. No, not 21, maybe 29. Jackson Dibburn.
I apologize, I missed it.
I think that was Dibburn as well.
Somewhat amazed that we threw a flag on that.
Stops the clock with 22 seconds. Again, stay tuned. We'll keep this same live stream going for the JV game. We'll take a commercial break, come back, play a little bit of music, and then once we're ready to kick off the JV game, we'll come back with our announcing.
Are you going to sing, Kevin?
No one wants to hear that. Touchdown pass to 33 with the reception. Bryson Phillips. So Carroll continues to keep the foot on the gas pedal despite Center Grove playing their second and third string players.
He was wide open, and which we saw a lot of last night. And that kid, number 3, I didn't catch a name.
Oh, for them, yeah, Van Pelt.
He's got to be Division I level kid. I don't know who's recruiting him.
Extra point kick blocked. Well done.
It's live ball, isn't it?
Play's dead, I guess. It's over.
They've got so many different rules at every different level, I can't keep up.
I don't think you can advance it in high school football. Chase Beeson, 32, with the block on the extra point kick. 38-27 with 12 seconds left. One would think they'll probably try another onside kick.
Might as well at this point.
.41 will kick. That's Jackson Fern.
Looks like we got the hands team out there this time.
Flag on the far side. Looks like it's going to be somebody got to cross that line a little bit too soon. 5-yard penalty.
.8 seconds. It's going to take a miracle and then some. But you got to applaud the never give up attitude.
Good opportunity on Saturday to try different things. We saw some onside kicks today. You're talking about Center Grove kicking a field goal today. Just a lot of things to work on.
Always. Impossible to have a perfect game, so you strive for perfect effort.
Pop-up kick. Good job. Calls for the fair catch.
Smart.
Really well done by Wesley Matheny to call for the fair catch, and now the Trojans can go out, I would think.
Take a knee.
Take a knee. I would think you'd do the victory formation. They may start the clock here.
Oh, yeah. They did.
He wants the clock to start.
That's
there, yeah, now it's running. 38-27 is going to be your final. No need to take another snap. Center Grove freshman team 2-0 on the season. Good win today against Fort Wayne Carroll. The Trojans will play at Carmel next Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning. Freshman game next Saturday at Carmel.
Solid game.
I'm impressed with this freshman squad. Coach Painter's got himself a good team this year. A lot of talent.
They're going to be fun to watch coming up, as is the class behind them.
Great sportsmanship being displayed. Shaking hands here at midfield.
Yeah, Carroll's just an impressive program.
They are. Again, we talked about their venue last night, stadium, the school, everything about it. Great crowd, impressive facilities. Trying to play some of the best here in Central Indiana. Center Grove, they played Hamilton Southeastern last week. playing that Summit Athletic Conference. Just trying to improve their program, trying to get to that top level to compete for a state championship in Class 6A. And now we see the JV team out on the field starting to warm up here for Center Grove, and now we see the Fort Wayne Carroll team on the far side walking onto the field again. They're going to put up 20 minutes on the clock, and then we'll have the game 2 for you. So we'll take a break.
It looked like they put 10 on the clock.
Did they do 10?
Yeah.
Last week they put 20. Maybe this game ran a little long, so they're going to do 10 minutes instead of 20. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, and heck, for that matter, we might just come right back and be ready to kick off this JV contest. So once again, good job, CG freshman under Coach Painter. 38-27 your final here at Ray Skillman Stadium. JV football coming up next. This is Center Grove Trojan football on a Saturday, presented by Duke Homes, Coldwell Banker Stiles, and Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders. This is Trojan football.
It's absolutely special, obviously, to have a kid in the Super Bowl and to have a kid win a national championship in college.
Play in the NFL. That's every little kid's dream when they step on a football field. But just being able to get to that, that opportunity and moment, especially being with the Chiefs. Like I was saying, it's just been a blessing. And Coach Moore, all my family, and all my friends around me too have helped me along the way.
Ever since I stepped foot off of Center Grove, I've definitely heard from, honestly, I'd say thousands of people from around this community, and I've just felt so much love from them. It's been great.
We have a great professional community because our parents are caring and our parents understand the importance of Center Grove. So many great schools come here to recruit, and everybody asks me, well, why would these great academic schools come here? Because they know they get the best student athletes. Center Grove teachers are the best teachers, and they teach college prep classes.
I feel like with Center Grove, I feel like you just set at a higher standard just from everybody, and it kind of just pushes you to want to be the best version of yourself.
Man, it's just been an amazing opportunity just to grow up in this, this type of area. Even since we were young, all the families, parents, moms and dads have been there for everybody.
That family atmosphere where everybody takes care of everybody and we don't really worry about what's outside of our community. It's just we take care of ourselves so well.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. It means the world to me.
There's a great community and a great atmosphere just for everything you do in Center Grove. I feel like everything you do, you have a great mindset, and just all the people you're around, you feel like you're loved and you're supported by everything you do.
I love that they're humble, and I love that they still love to practice. But what I love the most is they're just the greatest young men of all.
Do you see it? Do you see the potential? The potential for birthday parties on the patio. The potential for lazy weekends by the pool. Do you see the rain hitting the glass as you read a book with a cozy blanket on a cold winter's day? And do you see the science project being done on the kitchen table? Do you feel it? Do you feel the excitement of Christmas morning as the kids race down the stairs and as a family forms memories that can never be replaced? Do you hear it? Hear the crackle of the fireplace, the laughter coming from the next room, the sound of crickets as you call it a night. At Coldwell Banker, our people and our company are cut from a different cloth. We see, hear, feel, and sense things that others simply don't. Perhaps that's because we have a unique appreciation for this magical thing that defies description, that goes by the name of home. Because of this appreciation, and because of our dedication to be the best in the craft, our company has thrived for well over a century. This is why we're ranked #1 in agent trust. And this is why more people have turned to us to help them find and sell their homes than any other company in the history of America. We are Coldwell Banker. We do real estate differently. We do real estate with higher standards. And we have proudly guided people home since 1906.
Guys, Bailey & Wood closes in days, not weeks.
Well, it looks like the hometown team of Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders is running some really great plays.
Yeah, Walker, it is the winning combination of in-house processing and underwriting, along with providing 5-star customer service that gets you to the closing table fast.
It's pretty evident that Bailey & Wood is the winning team for all your mortgage needs.
Mortgages and snacks.
Yeah.
Get a free AC from Peterman Brothers this month.
When you get a qualifying heating and cooling system installed by Peterman, the AC is free.
And it's backed by our exclusive lifetime unit replacement warranty.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
It may be intense, it may be emotional, but it's only a game. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you of these sportsmanship tips.
When an official makes a call, accept it. When a member of the opposing team makes a great play, applaud it.
When an opponent extends a hand after the game, shake it.
Play it cool, practice sportsmanship. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport. Go Trojans, go Trojans.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium. We're high atop this beautiful venue at Center Grove High School. We're about a minute away before the start of the junior varsity game between the Carroll Chargers and the Center Grove Trojans. Kevin Conrad along with Coach Scott Hines. We welcome everybody to our junior varsity stream. Game one today, Center Grove freshman team victorious 38-27 over Carroll. Center Grove now with 2 wins over Carroll, winning last night 35-24 at Carroll in the varsity contest. So the JV team trying to cap it off a sweep for the Trojans. Center Grove got a sweep last week against Warren Central. It came down to the JV contest. Center Grove was able to score late to beat Warren Central 28-21 last week. And Coach Hines, we're ready to go. We got a beautiful day for football.
Spectacular day, and I expect to see more of the same. What we saw last night and this morning, it'll be good quality football, well-coached team, good athletes on both sides of the ball. Should be a competitive game. Looks like the varsity staff is done with film. I see a few more varsity coaches down the sideline.
Looks like 95 is going to tee it up here for the Carroll Chargers. Cole Henninger, 5'8", kicker, 149 pounds, a junior. Says kicker/punter.
Looks like Brody Tilton deep.
Oh, wow. Good kickoff. All the way inside the 10. Trojans to the 20, 25, 30. Taken down at the 31-yard line. Returned by number 24. I think that's Brooks Gilstorf. He's a kicker, wide receiver, specialist on a kickoff return. Good job by Brooks.
He does it all.
He sure does. His dad, Troy, on the PA.
It was a nice north and south return. Lining up in the wing tee.
Evan Wishmeyer, freshman. We talked about that freshman class. Freshman is Wishmeyer, and Trojans run the football. Nice stick in the hole by the Carroll Chargers. 30 with the run for the Center Grove Trojans. 30 today is Wyatt Hodson. He's a junior. 5'10", 175 pounds. Gets it to the 36.
And it wasn't a massive hole, but it was big enough. We got 4 yards. I'll take 4 yards every play.
Wishmeyer in the gun. Play action. Goes underneath, completes the pass to 20. That's Roman Youngs, freshman, down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. First down into Charger territory at the 49-yard line. 15 yards for the freshman, Roman Young. So that's freshman to freshman, quarterback to the wide receiver.
And Kevin, anytime you can get blocking out of your backs and receivers on the perimeter, you're going to have a big play. And there were a couple guys out there. I didn't catch numbers, but there were a couple guys out there who had some really nice blocks.
Inside handoff. Brody Tilton to the 35, 30-foot race, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brody Tilton. 49-yard touchdown run.
That was a well-executed play. The big boys up front were blocking. Tilton was running. Right play call, obviously.
Great call by Joey Siderwitz, offensive coordinator, head coach of this JV team. Kevin Dito will call the defense for the Trojans. Joey and Kevin, both great former Trojan players for Coach Moore back in the day. Gilstorf, kick return, now puts it through with the PAT kick. 7-0 Center Grove. What a start here for the JV team.
That's the way you like to start a game. Get momentum on our side. We're talking about the offensive line. I see Marshall Tidd is starting for us. Can you have his height and weight?
I will get it for you in just a moment.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, you're fine. What number is Tidd? Do you have a number for Tidd?
Let's see. I probably do if I can find it.
He may be on the – there he is. Marshall Tidd, 55. 6'4", 255 pounds.
And what grade is he in?
He's a freshman.
That's crazy.
That is one nice size offensive lineman.
So here's another thing, Kevin. When I played my senior year, we had one kid on the roster over 200 pounds, and he lied. He was a buddy of mine. He was 195. He said he was 203. That's it for our whole roster. Now you got a freshman who's 6'4", 255. Crazy.
So you got Tidd, Ben Carey, who's also a freshman, Trayton McNair, sophomore, Chris Lesh, sophomore, Mason Morrow, junior. Parker Hutchins at times will play some JV offensive line, junior. Lincoln Kuntz at times, junior.
Good offensive lineman. Fun to watch.
Gilstorf will kick off for the Trojans. Line drive kick. Picked up inside the 10-yard line. Makes a cut, makes the first man miss, tries to get to the perimeter,
Nice.
and shot down at the 20. Bam Douglas with the return, and the Trojans chop him down at the 20.
Dibburn, is that how you pronounce that name?
Dibburn.
That was a beautiful tackle.
He has a brother on the freshman team, and Dibburn, the older brother, makes the tackle here at the 20.
Tell you what, when you get a guy who can contain like that and move like that and still hit like that, that's a ball player.
Pepler, the quarterback, hands it off. A lot of green turf here on the perimeter. Good tackle on the edge, 31. Making his presence known, that's Ryan Micaiah, excuse me, I think it's Micaiah. He's a sophomore.
I was going to let you pronounce that. I wasn't sure.
Micaiah. Remember him from last year, freshman football. Remember him from middle school football as well. Good gain, though, for the Chargers on first down to the 26-yard line, 6 yards.
Yeah, it was a good stick. The D-line had good gap discipline, and he shut him down on the edge.
I do believe that was 35. Andrew Fritzing with that last carry. And he's going to carry the ball again for a first down.
Yeah, too big of a hole there.
Actually, the quarterback kept at that time. Braden Pepler runs to the first down at the 32, 6 yards. Couldn't ask for a better day for football. Temperatures this morning when we started the freshman game, 66. Now we're at 72 degrees. Empty backfield, 5 receivers bringing the pressure. Got him. Sacked inside the 20. Aaron Smith got there first, number 37. Looks like he got some help from some teammates. Might have been Keaton Van Gatz as well. Spotted at the 19. That's what we saw last night. Center Grove in the second half, bringing the linebackers, putting pressure on the quarterback.
That was a great blitz. And like I said about last night, if you can get the quarterback dancing around a little bit and catch him off his game, get him out of his stride, it's only going to lead to good things.
Loss of 13 yards. Third and very, very long here for the Chargers. Play action. Pepler rolls right. There's a flag in the backfield.
He got nowhere.
And now he's just going to throw it up and nearly picked off by the Trojans. It was tipped. Incomplete pass, 15 on the coverage. Braylon Story, he's a sophomore, 6'2", 180-pound DB, and he's a baseball player. And Coach Moore is very impressed with this young man. He's got a lot of upside, he says. Braylon Story, he likes that size, 6'2", and he's very athletic.
Yeah, he's a good kid. The coverage by the DBs was great. I was looking downfield, and Kevin, there was nowhere for him to throw. And our D-line didn't get any penetration on that one, but they moved side to side very well, and the quarterback wanted to tuck it and run, and there was nowhere for him to go. So it was a nice play.
Holding against the Chargers. I don't know, did Coach Deedle take the penalty? Nope, declined it, I believe. So the ball's going to stay at the 19.
It's already second and a long way to go.
Second down, take the play, the incomplete pass, so it's second down. Braylon Pepler, 5'11", 165 pounds, sophomore quarterback, throws and almost intercepted. 31 on the coverage for the Trojans. Once again, that's Ryan Micaiah. Third and long.
That was real close to a pick six. I'm sure that's much harder down there than it looks up here, but that was close.
Looks like they need about 23 yards for the first down.
Still rushing 4.
Good ball. Up for grabs. His man went up and got it and got the first down.
That was a nice play. He was covered.
Caught it at the highest point. 89, yep. Owen McClure.
Mossed him.
He's good size, Scott. 6'1", sophomore, 160 pounds. He just outjumped the defender for the first down. That's at the 45.
Yeah, he's got good length, too. Our guy was in the right position.
26 yards on the completed pass. The Chargers keep the drive alive. 6 minutes to play. We're in the opening quarter. 7-0 Center Grove leads it. Brody Tilton, a 49-yard touchdown run for the Trojans. Another flag. This is going to be holding against the Chargers.
So I was watching our defense on that, and it looked like we were a little late to make a call. And, you know, people need to change positions based on the call, which way they call the strong side. And we had a few guys that were still getting in position when the ball was snapped. So we need to make those calls quicker.
Penalty against the Chargers. The ball at the 35, putting pressure. Got rid of it. Completes the pass to the 41-yard line. 6 yards for the Chargers. 42 at the reception.
That's not a bad play for Carroll. You know, he threw where the blitz came from, which is something Anthony Richardson still hasn't figured out how to do. But we're getting pressure on the quarterback, and in the long run, that's going to work in our favor.
Michael Silva, 5'7", 170-pound running back, junior, with the reception. Second down and a long 14, call it 15 yards.
Oh, got it!
He got the pick. Could it be a pick six? Diego Rodriguez takes it back for a touchdown. Diego Rodriguez, the sophomore DP, with the pick six.
That's how you put yourself in the right position, and good things will happen.
45 yards on the return for the touchdown. Went through the receiver's hands, ricocheted off the hands, if you will, right to Diego. Gilsdorf looking for the PAT kick. Hold by Evan Wishmeyer, the quarterback. It is good, and Center Grove leads it 14-0. 14:53 to play. We're in the opening quarter. Make that 4:53, excuse me. Not 14:53, but 4:53 to play in the first quarter.
Off to a good start.
Clicking on all cylinders. Offense, defense, special teams.
Kevin, I just realized we didn't call out the cheerleaders in the freshman game.
That's right.
My daughter was a cheerleader.
Go ahead. If you want to get your you have the freshman roster in front of you? I got one if you need it.
I don't think I
do. We have a break in the action. Go ahead and mention the freshman cheerleaders first, and we'll do the JV here in a little bit.
I apologize if I mispronounce them, but Maya Andrews, Amelia Bird, Kristen Davis, Piper Ford, Marisa Gross, Chloe Langman, Brielle Oliver, Ashlyn Paget, Aaliyah Spangler, and Addison Seidel. The cheer coach is Macy Price.
So that's your freshman squad. We'll get to the JV squad here in just a moment.
To my daughter, I apologize for forgetting.
Gilsdorf will kick off once again for the Trojans. All the way to the 11-yard line.
Good.
Tackle made by 29. I don't have a 29 on my roster today, but he made a great tackle.
Ignacio Silva.
And then 85 with the return. That's Will Greenlee.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Carroll guy.
I'll
go back in my hole, Kevin.
No, as for the Center Grove guy, he's not on the roster, unfortunately, but he did make a nice tackle. I think it was, just not on our roster today. Football at the 25 for Carroll. Busted play. There's another flag. The quarterback's going to run out of bounds.
Yeah, we were late getting the guy out on that split end, and I think the quarterback thought he was going to hit him, but we got there just in time.
Pepler runs it out of bounds. There is holding against the Chargers. They've had, at least 3 holding calls already today.
Yeah. We're going to take it? I saw a signal from the sideline to decline it, but we're going to take it.
Once again, a big thank you to our presenting sponsor for Center Grove Trojan Saturday football, Coldwell Banker Stiles, Duke Homes, and Bailey and Wood Mortgage Lenders. Football back to the 15-yard line. To the 20.
Brought the heat again. Keep him running for his life, and we'll get another opportunity to pick one or to get a pick 6.
Ethan Vasaki with the catch, sophomore. They'll spot him at the 19, 4 yards. Yeah, Pepler's going to be under pressure, I think, all day long. Trojans again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that D-line.
If they're coming, yeah.
Yeah, 4 are coming. 2 linebackers didn't blitz that time. Solid run for the Chargers, 42, Michael Silva.
Yeah, the 2 linebackers blitzed on the previous play, and that's where we got the heat, and then they faked the blitz on that one. Keep them guessing. I mentioned earlier we were talking about offensive linemen and how important their assignments and communication is. And when you do things like that, it just makes it harder for them to figure out who their assignment is.
Sorry about that. Didn't update the scoreboard. It is 14-0. Gilsdorf converting on both PAT kicks. A couple of touchdowns for the Trojans. Brody Tilton, 49-yard touchdown run. And then Diego Rodriguez, pick 6, 45 yards. Gilsdorf, couple of PAT kicks. Again, 14-zip Trojans, 2:45 to play. We're in the first quarter. 4th down situation here for the Chargers at their own 29-yard line. They're going to punt.
Should get the ball back in good field position again.
Actually, the football at the 28, excuse me. Fourth and 7, the call.
Oh, geez.
Punter drops the football. It's loose. It's inside the 10. Oh, the lineman scooped it. Almost got into the end zone. Big number 93. That's Jaden Hacker. Almost got a lineman's dream. There is a flag, though, on the far side of the field.
I can assure you Jaden's eyes were as big as watermelons when he saw how close he was to the goal line.
Football at the moment at the 4-yard line, but there is a flag at the 24-yard line. It is against Carroll. It is declined, so the Trojans have the football at the 4.
Called personal foul on both sides.
Offsetting?
Yep.
Center Grove ball at the 4-yard line.
I didn't see what brought that on.
Our attention was here on the punter, and Hacker almost getting a lineman's dream of a touchdown. And that happened on the top part of the field, if you will, on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Wishfire in the gun. Young's in motion. They're going to throw it to Youngs with the catch, looking for the end zone. There's a holding on the edge. They're going to say holding against Center Grove. The receiver, Andrew Sampaio, going to be called for the holding penalty on the edge.
It's tough out there because you've got nobody around, no one blocking your view, and the ref's 10 feet away from you. The big guys may get away with holding every once in a while because it's harder to see, but out there, you're in front of everybody.
That was the freshman, Roman Youngs, with the catch. His touchdown nullified by the penalty. Football at the 12.
Yeah, Youngs is impressive. He does not look like a freshman. Several of these guys do not look like freshmen.
He's dressed varsity already this year, Youngs. Getting some good playing time today in the JV contest. They're going to run the play here to the right side with Youngs. Makes the first guy miss, and they finally wrap him up. Got a hold of his jersey, and they finally drop him. Looked like almost the same play, except this time going to the right side. And they're going to say forward progress. Got him to the 7-yard line.
That's a well-executed play.
5 yards, yeah. Good job.
Very close to breaking it.
Wishmeyer.
Nice pickup as it is.
Wishmeyer's got touch.
Yeah.
He's got some really good touch at quarterback.
He's talented.
Tilton trying to move that pile. He's inside the 5, still on his feet, still fighting. They'll spot him at the 4. 3 yards for Brody Tilton. Tilton, a junior, 6'1", 175-pound running back.
Love seeing those feet keep pumping.
One of the greatest backs that I've ever seen in Cedar Grove is going back to Luke Swift era. We'll get to that in just a moment. As we see Cedar Grove 3rd and goal at the 4. There's 46. I believe that's Emmett Anderson. It is. Emmett Anderson, freshman, 5'8", 150 running back. His first carry puts it into the end zone.
He just lowered his head and wasn't going to be stopped.
I remember Swift in that 2008 Mud Bowl down at Castle.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of guys have a difficult time staying on their feet when it's a grass field muddy. Not Luke Swift. Boy, he was on his feet, good footwork, didn't bother him one bit. I think he had at least 2, if not 3, rushing touchdowns in that win against Castle.
I think that's the wettest I ever been.
That, and maybe that Cathedral game over at the old Arlington High School. That was pretty sloppy conditions as well.
Yes. But that Castle game, Kevin, I still have nightmares about it because you know what my job was that night?
Keeping the ball dry.
Keeping the balls dry.
That's important.
It was.
That's a huge responsibility.
We rotated a football every play. It'd be in for one play and pull it out, and it'd have mud caked on it 3 or 4 inches deep after one play.
I just remember Swift, especially second half, he just started weaving on that field, no problem at all.
Yeah.
And Mappus, of course, he was the great wrestler. I think it was Shelby Mappus, and he played defensive end. He had 3 or 4 sacks that night.
Yeah.
He would bear crawl back to the quarterback as a wrestler, and he got at least 3, maybe 4 sacks that game.
I love wrestlers.
Because the players were trying to play up here high, you had to get low. He would actually he would crawl all 4, bear crawl back to the quarterback.
And you couldn't get traction. If you were trying to get low without putting the hands down, it was hard to get traction. So he figured it out.
He sure did. Great times, 2008, Castle. Cedar Grove won the regional. We talked about in our last game in the freshman contest. I remember doing the game, the sectional championship at Bloomington South in 2008.
Yep.
Inside the 20.
Oh, mercy.
Big hit as he comes across the 25. Was that 21 with the hit?
It was.
That is Nolan Biergard, linebacker. He's a junior.
The Bearded Dragon, we called him.
Man, you can hear the pop from up here.
That was a big stick. He's a great kid, too.
Football at the 26-yard line. See if Carroll get something going here offensively. Tough sledding so far. This Cedar Grove defense, boy, they're pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback.
And you can tell Carroll's already feeling it. Their guys are bracing for a hit, which is not what you want your team to do.
Pass, INT, picked off. 45, not on a roster today, unfortunately, but he got the pick. I don't know if you can see a number possibly, Coach, off the side of his helmet. 45 with the pick. Get the binoculars out. I think it's 45 on the side of his helmet, too. But we don't have a 45 on the JV roster today. Apologize for that. But he got the interception.
I can't find him.
Yeah, I think I could see his helmet. It says 45 also, I believe. Sometimes the jersey number and the helmet number don't always match up. Usually the helmet number is the correct number. Wishmeyer, he's passing. Goes across the middle, and he breaks away, and it's going to be a touchdown for number 20, Roman Youngs, the freshman.
Kevin, that's so impressive. But having the time to throw, Wishmeyer throws a beautiful ball. Youngs just, I have a hard time believing he's a freshman. Same for Wishmeyer. These guys just don't play like freshmen.
Yeah, it's freshman to freshman. I believe that one covered 29 yards on the touchdown pass. Gilstorp PAT kick is good. 28-0, all Center Grove.
And all in the first quarter.
And do we have any time left?
No.
That was your final play of the first quarter. Trojans looking solid here in this opening quarter. 28 points on the board, shutting out the Chargers. We'll take a break. This is CG Football.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and a revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Underway here in the second quarter. Gilstorp with the kickoff, a squib kick. Oh, goes out of bounds. Penalty flag comes out. Center Grove leads Fort Wayne Carroll 28-0. We were able to find 45 with that last interception for Center Grove. It's Gus Hoffman. He's a junior defensive back, 5'9", 165 pounds. We had to go to the varsity roster when we found him. Good job by Gus Hoffman with that pick at the end of the first quarter. Coach Hines, I tell you, this JV team, after watching them last week, of course, that was the opener. Tough game against Warren Central. They got the win 28-21, but, man, they are really clicking at a high level today here against the Chargers.
I thought last week they played very well, just had a few mistakes at some really bad times, but I thought we dominated the game. There's another one. Oh.
A little bit of a issue on the exchange from the quarterback to the running back.
But
he
today,
jumps on it. Looks like we have a new quarterback in there. This is 14, Brayson Staley. During warm-ups, they had Staley and Pepler taking snaps. This is Staley.
But today, Coach, this team looks like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, they're playing really well. And you're right, they've minimized, up to this point, the mistakes. Staley throws underneath, completed pass. Center Grove flying to the football. He is short of the 40. He's going to be taken down at the 38-yard line. 3 yards. Nolan Biergard with the tackle. Brody Tilton touchdown. How about Diego Rodriguez. Pick 6. And Anderson with a touchdown. Emmett Anderson, freshman. And then that 29-yard touchdown pass to Roman Youngs, I should say.
4th and 1.
Chargers, I believe, yeah, they're going to stick with the offense. They're going for it.
This is where the D-line's got to show some discipline. It's tough because you got to surge forward to keep them from gaining the 1 yard, but you got to make sure the ball's snapped.
Center Grove almost jumped last night. I saw Lincoln Bright jump almost into the neutral zone, but the Trojans stayed disciplined. They tried to pull the Trojans offside last night. And the Trojan D-line, Coach, they respond.
Yes, they did. Looked like Aaron Smith cleaned it up, if I got the number right, which I probably didn't.
He's 37. Aaron
Okay.
Smith, he had a heck of a game last week against Warren Central. And it is
Who
a
got
turnover
that?
on downs.
Who got that then, Kevin?
Was it? I don't know.
All right.
There are a lot of jerseys in there. I didn't see who got the initial tackle.
It's hard for my old eyes. I've got to have my glasses on to see, and then I have to take them off to read.
I think there's several guys in on that stop. I'll say a host of Trojans at the Carroll 41.
Big hole.
New running back, 42. May have to go to my varsity roster also to find, is it 42 or 43? That might be Cameron Trice. I think that's Cameron.
It is, yeah.
He's a freshman also, 6 foot, 160-pound running back, all the way to the 20.
And he went full speed through the hole. It was a beautiful hole. I would say I could have run through that, but we all know better than that.
21 yards for Cameron Trice at the Carroll 20. Play action. Pass complete in the flat to Brooks Gilstorf. He's got a blocker, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown. Gilstorf, 20-yard touchdown reception.
Beautiful block on the edge by Andrew Sampaio. And again, those guys on the perimeter, the backs, when you can get blocks out of them, big things are going to happen.
Coach Joey Siderwitz bringing out the kicking block for Gilstorf. He'll attempt the PAT kick. See if we can get a number here for the long snapper. See how good your eyes are there, Coach. Get the binoculars out. Wishmeyer is your holder. Gilstorf, the kicker. Looks like 37. That's Aaron Smith. He's a linebacker and long snapper. Does it all. Kick is good. 35-zip Trojans. All right, Coach. Here are the cheerleaders down there. Let's give some shout-outs here to the junior varsity cheerleaders.
The JV cheerleaders, and again, I apologize if I mispronounce any of them, but it's Kaylin Brown, Vivian Trenko, Addison Coffey, Sophia Garrison, Bevan Hirsch, Lainey Makinson, Melody McCrae, Macy Painter, Reagan Renard, Brenna Ryan, Brooklyn Stitz, Josephine Strain, and Carly West.
Well done. (35-0) Center Grove JV leading in this opening half at Ray Skillman Stadium. 6:59 on the clock, second quarter.
I'm not sure how we could look more impressive than we have. And you bring in a running back like Trice, who looks so impressive. This is a deep team.
Gilstorf to the 16-yard line. 23 cuts across the field. Good job by the Trojans. Good containment. That was Douglas going across the field with the return.
Mullins on the tackle, but give credit. I couldn't see who contained on the outside, but the returner was trying to get around the outside on the far side of the field, and he got stopped. And as soon as he stopped, he got smoked. So credit to Mullins for pursuing the play, and credit to whoever it was that contained for making it happen.
At the 20-yard line, Carroll with the football. Throwing out one up for grabs, and penalty against the Trojans. 39 wrapped him up too soon.
Yep.
Diego Rodriguez wrapped up 89. Owen McClure.
McClure looks taller than 6'1".
Football at the 35, 15-yard penalty.
And that kind of play is going to happen, Kevin. It was he covered it well with his body. He just didn't have his eyes on it and wasn't sure where the ball was when it was thrown. But it's not bad defense.
Pepler back in at quarterback, busted play. He is gobbled up at the 35, back to the line of scrimmage. Second down at 10.
Did you happen to catch why they took him out the last series?
Well, I just noticed in the warm-ups they were using two quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a reason other than just giving two guys an opportunity. They're both sophomores. Maybe they're going to rotate series. But Pepler started. He's back in there. Last series it was Staley. Throws on the run. Just had to get rid of it. He was under pressure. 40 brought the pressure. Bradley White, linebacker. Third and 10. Just not much time for the Charger quarterbacks today.
And, Kevin, it's also important when you have a blitz. Of course, the linemen know what blitz is called, and they've got to make sure they don't fill the gap that the linebacker is supposed to be blitzing through. So if they can shoot the outside gaps on both sides of where the linebacker wants to go, they can pull the lineman with them and open it up.
Once again, woo! 92 in on the quarterback. Almost got the sack. I think it was 92, or was it 94?
It looked like 92 to me.
Yeah, 92 was on top of him. That's Keaton Van Getz. 6'3" defensive end, almost got the sack. Passes incomplete. 94 also, Colson Quintana, junior defensive tackle in there as well. 6 foot, 225.
Little Q, who's Big Q.
Say Big Q.
Big brother's littler than little brother.
Chargers punting. 5:43 to play in this first half. Gets a nice roll to the sideline, out of bounds.
I don't know how many yards Carroll has on offense, but we have not given up very much.
Very little. Football at the Trojan 36. So the freshman team, good win today. 38-27, improving to 2-0. Varsity team last night at Carroll beat the Chargers 35-24, also 2-0 on the young season.
Got blockers.
20.
I got a flag.
Youngs once again. Roman. I keep saying
it's
Roman.
back.
Roman Youngs. There's a flag at the 39. Roman Youngs, freshman, wide receiver / running back, 6'1", 175, and it's going to come back because of the penalty. So the varsity is going to host Marion on Friday. Senior night, home opener, 7 o'clock kickoff. If you haven't heard, Center Grove freshmen and JV will go to Carmel next Saturday. Freshmen play at 9 o'clock. JV will follow at around 11 o'clock. Football now at the 29. First and 17.
Someone lost the helmet. Can't play.
And there's another flag. I think once you lose your helmet, you're supposed to quit or take yourself out of the play. And
I don't care. I love a kid who keeps going.
might be worth the penalty.
Ben Carey, give him some love.
Another freshman, offensive lineman, 6 foot, 260.
Incredible. And obviously not afraid to hit or be hit.
I guess it's a personal foul type penalty.
And you understand why they discourage it, but
sure. Safety first, as they say.
Yeah.
Hey, how about a shout out to Tony P down here to our left. Team photographer, does a great job. I call him Tony P. We see him on the varsity sideline. He's here today taking pictures. For those watching online, go to Center Grove Sports Network. I've already shared a couple of his posts on CG Sports Network Facebook of pictures from last night's game.
He does a great job.
He does.
All volunteer.
All volunteer. Wonderful pictures. Gilsdorf with the reception. Great blocking on the edge. steps out of bounds, gets a lot of that yardage back.
That was Tyler Welch blocking on the edge. Again, hard to do, but it leads to big things.
Gilsdorf steps out at the 34-yard line. Brings up second and probably 12 yards here for the Center Grove Trojans.
And the O-line's giving Wishmeyer all day to throw.
Anderson, first down, midfield. Another freshman. He already has a touchdown run today, and now he gets a first down run. Emmett Anderson, number 46. Shifty.
Anytime you got a back named Emmett, you know you got something.
Good point. New set of downs for the Trojans. Second quarter, 35-zip. CG leads it. 4:20 to play until halftime. Wishmeyer throwing. Oh, it was nearly picked off and went through the defender's hands. Ends up in the hands of the Center Grove Trojan.
What's the saying? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
That is exactly right. Andrew Sampaio, 82, the beneficiary that time of the tip pass. Right place at the right time.
Hey, he stayed focused.
6 yards. I'll pose a question to you, Coach, to think about it for a bit. Maybe some of your most favorite Center Grove players through the years. Think about a few that might come to mind. I know you're a big O-line guy, so I'm sure there might be a few offensive linemen that come to mind, but we see the Trojans run the football to the 40, 3 yards for Cameron. He's doing well today, Cameron Trice. It could be a situation like favorite from the standpoint that you got to know them personally, maybe what they did on the field, things of that nature. But I'm sure there's quite a few that come to mind.
There's a bunch, Kevin. And I'd hate to give any names out at all because I know I'd miss some. I love every kid that played for me.
Trying to get that first down, and he does. 4th and 1, and the Trojans get the first down. I think that's another new running back in there. What number is that? 40. Was that 46?
6.
That's Emmett Anderson again, I guess.
Okay.
Excuse me. So it is a first down, 37-yard line. 3 yards.
You got Trice back there with him.
Once again, like the freshman game, getting a lot of players in to get some playing time today. Share that wealth. New set of downs with 2:40 to play in this opening half.
Beautiful.
Wishmeyer throws an absolute strike to 87. Luke Thompson, the junior, with the reception. He's inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Kevin, we're mixing it up. Carroll doesn't seem to know where we're going with it. And, God, the execution's just great. Very impressive. Lines blocking. Receivers are getting open. Backs are running hard. Quarterback's hitting them.
$13 yards on that pass completed to Thompson. Youngs went left. Now he's going to go right.
Getting tired watching him.
Anderson in motion to the right. Wishmeyer's eyes are down the field. He looks for Youngs. Got one hand on it. Couldn't pull it in. Runs out of real estate.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad ball.
You're right, though. A lot of great Center Grove players through the years. A lot of great young men going on to do great things in life. Coach Moore always talks about that. You know, they go on to be great husbands, fathers. A lot of them now are bringing their own sons back through the program.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, not just the quality of football players, but the quality of kids that have come through here. They're quality men now and quality parents. You know, at the bank we have interns every summer, and everyone wants me to bring in more Center Grove football players to do internships.
Youngs with the reception to the 19-yard line, 5 yards.
And it's because of the work, discipline that they taught.
Showing up on time,
Coach
doing
Moore
the
teaches,
job.
yeah.
The hard work.
Great
the
attitudes.
Discipline. Yeah, right. It's just flat out discipline. Being good employees. Many of them go on to run their own businesses as well. They become businessmen.
My son works for Joel Hale. So, yes.
Great case in point right there. Joe Hale went on to play for Ohio State, now runs his own trucking company, hires a lot of the Center Grove talent. Center Grove runs the football to the 16 with Anderson. Now they'll mark it at the 15, 4 yards, and we're down to a minute in this opening half. Fourth and one. Yeah, 4th and 1. False start against the Trojans.
Oops. That's not what we wanted. And I'm not sure, Kevin, that we were even going to snap the ball there. I think we were just trying to draw them off sides, what it looked like.
So they'll put the football at the 20 following the penalty. Clock is running. 4th and 6 yards to go. Let's see what Joey Siderwitz dials up here. Wishmeyer going to that pylon. Incomplete pass. Intended receiver Brooks Gilstorf stops the clock with 16 seconds left to play here in the first half.
I think we can still work with the 35-0 score, can't we?
I think so.
Let's see if Carroll's going to be content to just knee it out or if they're going to try to make something happen in 16 seconds.
Center Grove assistant coach Joe Siderwitz will join us on our halftime show in just a couple of minutes as we see the final few seconds of the first half. Brilliant first half for this JV Center Grove football team. 15 back, a quarterback for the
face mask.
Chargers. That's Pempler. You're right. Penalty flag down. Also a Charger down as well at the 20. 42, that's Michael Silva, the running back. He appears to be okay. He's back to his feet.
Hey, you mentioned Coach Siderwitz joined us. You know, when you say Coach Siderwitz, that doesn't narrow the field down very much. And of course, his dad is a legend down in Martinsville. And Joe's a legend here, and Joey's making his way.
Well, Joey's the legend state championship quarterback.
Yes, he is.
But you're right. He's making his name now in the coaching arena.
I suspect his coaching future is very bright.
I would agree.
Hopefully it's always here.
They'll run the clock, and that will be your final play of the first half. 35-0. Center Grove leads here at halftime over the Carroll Chargers. Center Grove won it last night, 35-24 in the varsity game. Freshman 38-27 with the win, and now the JV controlling the final game of this series. Center Grove trying to get its second sweep of the 2025 season. We'll come back with Coach Joe Siderwitz on our halftime show. This is CG Football.
It's absolutely special, obviously, to have a kid in the Super Bowl and to have a kid win a national championship in college.
Play in the NFL. You know, that's every little kid's dream when they step on a football field. But just being able to get to that, you know, that opportunity and moment, especially being with the Chiefs, like I was saying, it's just been a blessing. And Coach Moore, all my family, and all my friends around me too have helped me along the way.
Ever since I stepped foot off of Center Grove, I've definitely heard from, honestly, I'd say thousands of people from around this community, and I've just felt so much love from them. It's been great.
We have a great professional community because our parents are caring and our parents understand the importance of Center Grove. So many great schools come here to recruit, and everybody asks me, well, why would schools, these great academic schools, come here? Because they know they get the best student athletes. Center Grove teachers are the best teachers, and they teach college prep classes.
I feel like with Center Grove, I feel like you just set at a higher standard just from everybody, and it kind of just pushes you to want to be the best version of yourself.
Man, it's just been an amazing opportunity just to grow up in this, this type of area. Even since we were young, all the families, parents, moms and dads have been there for everybody.
That family atmosphere where everybody takes care of everybody, and we don't really worry about what's outside of our community. It's just we take care of ourselves so well.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for the support. It means the world to me.
There's a great community and a great atmosphere just for everything you do in Center Grove. I feel like everything you do, you have a great mindset, and just all the people you're around, you feel like you're loved and you're supported by everything you do.
I love that they're humble, and I love that they still love to practice. But what I love the most is they're just the greatest young men of all.
Back inside Ray Skillman Stadium. Halftime score of this junior varsity contest, 35-0. Center Grove with a commanding lead over the Fort Wayne Carroll Chargers. Our special guest here at halftime is Joe Siderwitz, assistant coach for the varsity program. And Joe, first of all, we were just chatting there a little bit during the commercial break. This junior varsity team, wow, what an opening first half, almost mistake-free, really playing well, playing at a very high level today.
They really are. We've been pleasantly surprised with them. We do have a lot of young kids playing on our JV. We have several freshmen, as you noted, and sophomores that really didn't get a lot of playing time with our varsity. So they've really come together well, and I just like the sharpness. The points is great and the shutout's great, but you don't see a lot of silly plays and balls snapped over the head and guys not knowing where they're going and all that kind of thing. So it's been a very clean first half.
I would say very, very clean football. And let's talk about your varsity team, Joe. Last week, I know you had some penalties. I know Coach you guys looked at the video. Some of those penalties are always going to be a little questionable, but you didn't turn the ball over last week. Last night, you had that one INT, but it really was more like a punt. But so far, your varsity team, I think, has played clean as well.
We really have. We do have to clean up those holding penalties. And I don't have an answer for it other than we need to move our feet and keep our hands inside. And sure, there's some of them that are probably a little questionable, doesn't need to be called. But on the other hand, that's something that we need to work on, and we got to get that cleaned up. But other than that, last night I think we rushed for 300 and some odd yards.
319,
and we passed for 186, I believe. And so that's well over 400 yards of offense, and we were 16 for 19 passing. So when we're throwing the ball, we're on the money and keeping the chains moving. So we've been really happy with our offensive output the last 2 weeks. Once we can clean up those penalties and a few little mistakes like that, we're going to be hard to stop.
Joe, I know we talked last year this time, and you were talking about Oscar Sloan, the freshman quarterback last year. He was the JV quarterback. Obviously, he's a sophomore starting varsity this year, but he really had to speed up his progress. And I know you coached him a lot last year on Saturdays to get him ready for varsity Friday nights. And you're right, his efficiency last night, 16 of 19. He was efficient last week against Warren Central. He's off to a really good start, but what helps him more than anything, great O-line and a great running game.
You're darn right. A sophomore playing 6A ball and the level of 6A ball that we play, we're playing the best teams. We had to get a sophomore ready to go. So our whole year last year, was really just to prepare him for this year. And I'm talking about in the winter, the lifting, and he worked really hard at it, speed improvement, throwing, film study, board study, and drawing the plays and all that. So when he came out to the games, he'd be mentally ready to go. He would stay out, and this is something he wanted to do. We didn't make him do it. He stayed after school with me several days a week all last winter and would go over the plays and look at different coverages and defenses and that, so that when he got out here he could process things quickly. So we're asking him to do a lot more than normal, what we would ask a normal sophomore to do at quarterback, but we had to. And like you said, with a great running game and a great offensive line, that has helped and taken some of the pressure off, so he didn't have to go out there and sling it around 30 times a game. So he's been put in a good situation, but he's prepared himself for that good situation, and he's taken full advantage of it, and I thought he was awesome last night.
And Joe, another piece of this that helps the offense, it's your special teams play, field position, and your defense. Again, I told Coach Moore this last Saturday, I feel like we're seeing old-style Center Grove football, of running the football, great defense. Of course, special teams play has been solid. Again, just taking some pressure off your young quarterback, but I've been very impressed with this team so far.
Yeah, I thought our special teams was really outstanding versus Warren Central. It was better than it was last night. And Dallas Cornprost is a great kicker and punter, but it's more than that. It's the snappers. It's the holder. Reese Oliver holding. Sometimes you forget about how important that is. And just the protection on the punt, the protection on the extra point, covering the kick. So we've been really solid at that. I thought, like I said, Warren Central, we were really clean. Last night, not quite as clean on that. Let's face it, we dropped a punt return. Nobody's fault. It is football. It's not a perfect world. And we let a couple balls drop and got us in bad field position. But for the most part, for first two games in high school, that's been really good. And our defense last night, we came out in the second half and we made a few mistakes on offense, and we weren't moving the ball like we were in the first half. But our defense didn't give up anything, and they put us in good position. So when we scored the 28th points of the night, it was because our defense got us in great field position, and we didn't have to go 80, 90 yards. Although we did have 3 drives last night, I think, of 80 or more. I know we had one of 91 and another one maybe around 85 and 80. So we put together a lot of long drives, but our defense has also been getting us back out on the field.
I felt like in that second half, Frankie Hayes, along with True Paxson, among others, he brought the pressure with the linebackers, made their quarterback move, made him uncomfortable, and that was a big key, I thought, in the second half.
Our linebackers are great this year. I mean, Frankie and True have been awesome inside. They play with a lot of enthusiasm and energy, and they kind of get the whole team pumped up. And Vinny Hayes is a nickel man, which is kind of an outside linebacker, defensive back, and there's nobody who plays more hard-nosed football than Vinny Hayes. And little things that maybe you don't see, he's taking care of backs coming out of the backfield, making it tough on the quarterback, not making any easy throws out there, and he seems to always make big plays. And our defensive line is big, and they play with a lot of intensity up front, and you just don't move them.
Joe, next Friday, Marion comes here to play at Ray Skillman Stadium, first time ever to see the Marion Giants here, and I'm probably more excited about the fact that our JV and freshman team is going to go to Carroll next Saturday.
Yes, and we don't know a lot about Marion, but what I'm excited about is the first home game. It's really hard just teaching here at Center Grove High School. The kids in school that are into sports are really fired up to have a home game, and so we've had almost a month of school and we haven't had a home football game. And so the cheerleaders and the dancers and the band and all that and the student body's ready to go. So we're fired up about that, and it will be fun for our JV and freshmen to play at Carmel as well.
Joe, great start. You're right, never easy to start at Warren, and then you make that long trip, about 2.5 hours north to Fort Wayne Carroll last night. Real quick on Carroll, I was really impressed with their venue, their stadium, their crowd. I thought it was a really impressive football facility.
Boy, it was. I mean, it was spit spot clean. I mean, it was unbelievable, and how organized everything was and clean and all that. And they had a great atmosphere, big student body, loud crowd. It was a fun place to play. So, long trip, but it was an enjoyable trip, and we came out with the win, so that makes it even better.
Coach Joe Siderwitz, thanks for the time, Coach. Let's have a great second half here in the JV game. Good luck Friday in the home opener against Marion.
All right, thanks for having me up, and thanks for doing the games.
Thank you. Coach Joe Siderwitz joined us here for just a few minutes on our halftime show. Appreciate that.
I'm good.
Center Grove will kick off to begin the second half with the score being 35-0. It's going to be a running clock for this second half, Coach Hines. They implemented that rule a few years ago, and it does apply to, I guess, freshmen and JV football as well on Saturday.
Yeah, it's probably a good rule. I understand why they put it in, but it's also tough because you got deep rosters and you want to get every kid playing time.
Exactly. I know, Coach, not a big fan at the varsity level because, one, you're trying to play maybe some seniors that don't play much in a blowout situation. You want to give maybe some sophomores and juniors that are up and coming a chance to play, and it's just hard to get players in and out when there's a running clock in the second half. It goes by so fast. We're underway here in the second half. Some big hits. Football to the 35-yard line for Carroll.
Our kickoff team has been laying people out.
Looked like 46 with the return for the Chargers. Maybe it was Owen McClure with the return, 89, I should say. To the 34, they'll spot it at the 34. But you're right. Center Grove very aggressive with their hits on special teams today. Always appreciate Coach Siderwitz coming up to talk. Coach Moore had a commitment today, not able to make it today, and then reverse here for the Carroll Chargers. A little trickery, 23, Bam Douglas.
They ran the reverse, and we had great discipline on the backside. That play didn't stand a chance.
No gain.
And yes, I echo on Coach Siderwitz. He's a treat to have around. I really miss his dad, but it's fun watching Joey come up.
Second down and 10. Just underway here in the third quarter. 29 takes the handoff. Silva.
Kind of surprised Carroll's keeping it on the ground. It's probably the best move, but especially with the running clock, I'm surprised that they're not going to sling it. Seems to be their go-to.
Braden Pebler, quarterback, directing traffic, getting 23 relocated here to the left side. That's Douglas in the slot.
Trojans in cover 2.
Bringing 4. Good ball, good catch, first down, 50-yard line. 14 yards. Joe makes a good point. First couple games on the road. He coaches here and teaches here at the high school. Students are itching for a home football game. The students, they get out and support this Trojan football program. They have a good time on Friday nights. New set of downs on 1st and 10. Silva coming this way, wrapped up and taken to the turf at the 47-yard line, 3 yards.
So I hope I don't say something I'm not supposed to, Kevin, but honestly I've been disappointed with the student section on our first 2 road games. I realize Fort Wayne is a long way away, but Warren Central is not. And the student section was not getting it done. Applaud the people who showed up.
Sure.
But there needs to be more.
Brendan Mullins makes the tackle. Yeah, I thought last night, you're right, it's a long trip, 2 hours, 20 minutes to Fort Wayne Carroll. Just a so-so crowd last night for CG. Pass incomplete here to the near side. 84, the intended receiver, Jay Anderson.
These players feed off the energy they get from their fellow students. And when we have a big, loud boisterous student section. You can just feel it in the players that they feed off of it.
3rd and 7. Pepler rolls right, throws right, completes for the first down. 23 makes a nice catch. That's Bam Douglas.
That was a nice play for them. They've apparently found something they're going to try to exploit, and it appears to be their sideline.
8 yards for the first down.
Which they threw their own sideline quite a bit last night, too.
Play action, he pulls it, the quarterback keeps it.
Fooled us.
Down the sideline, he will take it in for the score. 39-yard touchdown run for the quarterback, Braden Pepler. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, we got caught napping on that one. We'd stuffed up the middle pretty well, but someone who had the D gap didn't get it done. And that's where you talk about how you can become complacent with a 35-0 lead, and you can't. You're on the field, you got to go 100%.
Cole Hittinger will attempt the PAT kick. We're already down to 5:20 and counting. Again, running clock here for the second half. Not a very good hold.
Nah.
And it caused the kick to go right. And it's going to be a 35-6 ball game. Center Grove with the lead.
Well, if nothing else, Kevin, they gave the coaches something to complain about, because I'm not sure they had anything to complain about in the first half.
Also, I've got a feeling there might be some new faces in there for this second half. Not that I make excuses, but again, you might have some new personnel in there.
There are,
and it takes a little time to get the new faces that get them synced up, in the groove, if you will.
You're absolutely right, but I know the coaches will insist on them performing
correct
consistently, and with the understanding it's a great learning experience. And this is all about preparation for the varsity seasons.
See Coach Timmons down there coaching on the sideline.
They never quit.
I mentioned athletic director Joe Bronkella. He was our halftime guest last night. Center Grove's never played football up in Fort Wayne, but I know Coach Moore, when he was the track coach, they did go to Huntington North, which is just a little bit south of Fort Wayne, for a Huntington North invite.
Trivia question for you, or trivia answer for you, but Huntington, Indiana is the birthplace of the breaded pork tenderloin sandwich.
I think I'd heard that before. Who knew? Oh my, what a run by the freshman. All the way to the 50. Cameron Trice.
He runs hard. I like him.
Sure does. Runs downhill. See if we have any changes here on the offense. Quarterback still is Evan Wishmeyer. And we do see the freshman behind him, Cameron Trice. And he does take the handoff. He's just bulldozing his way through this Charger defense. Oh, my.
Looks like they still have the ones in for the offensive line, but that's good. I like seeing some of the second string backs come in and get to run behind the starting lineman.
8 yards for Trice. Now we see Cade Krause, another freshman in there, wide receiver, 6'2", 155. He splits out here to the right side. Wishmeyer in the gun. Going right back to Trice. To the 38. 4 yards, first down, move the chains.
Just keep pounding it.
We're under 4 minutes to play.
It's just the third quarter, isn't it, Kevin?
It is the third quarter, but with that running clock, it goes fast.
Yes, it does.
Once again, we appreciate everybody watching online today. Great day of football. Beautiful weather, good crowd. Running off the right side of the line, that's Emmett Anderson, freshman, to the 25, spins and gets it to the 21-yard line. 17 yards for Emmett Anderson.
Yeah, the offensive line is just controlling the line of scrimmage, and they're starting to bring the twos in now, which is good for their experience.
Under 3 minutes to play, third quarter.
They're just physically manhandling the guy across from them, which I could watch all day long, Kevin.
Trice right up the middle. Boy,
he runs hard.
Not going to be denied of a first down. He wanted the first down. Of course, he wanted the touchdown. He's finally brought down at the 6-yard line. He is running hard. $15 yards.
I just keep reminding myself, freshmen. You guys are freshmen.
This drive pretty much put together by freshmen, at least the skill players.
Right.
Quarterback, running back. First and goal at the 6. Give it back to Trice. Why not?
O-line not missing a beat.
To the 1-yard line, 5 yards for Trice. So when Caden Curry was being recruited by Ohio State, I know their recruiter came over and watched a game here on a Friday night. Usually they stay until halftime. He was so impressed the way the Center Grove varsity offense was blocking. He stayed the entire game, I was told. He was like, wow, we don't see that anymore, where teams finish off their blocks and run the football, smash mouth football, and he was so impressed. He stayed all 4 quarters, I was told. And Trice on his feet, trying to break the plane. Doesn't quite get into the end zone, maybe at the half-yard line.
He got about as close as you can get.
Yeah, it's right up against the goal line, so it's going to be a 3rd and goal.
We're going to give the QB some love and let him fall in.
I say go back to Trice.
I would.
This has been his drive, the freshman. 43, Cameron Trice. Reward him with a possible touchdown here. He's in the backfield with 30. Hodson.
The linebacker's coming.
And they're going to throw it to him.
Go.
They fake the run, and they throw the 1-yard touchdown pass to Cameron Trice.
I'll tell you what, Joey Siderwitz just keeps him guessing. He calls a great game.
And that could be your final play of the third quarter.
Yep.
20 seconds, they'll do the PAT kick, and I think this will be it for this third quarter. Gilsdorf will attempt the PAT. Wishmeyer with the hold, and it is good. And they'll stop the clock with 4.7 seconds left in the third. 42-6, all Center Grove in the JV contest. So, Scott, a couple of sweeps here for the Trojans to begin the 2025 season.
Can't be mad about that. And, Kevin, I'm looking down here on the sideline. There's a guy. Do you know who Grayson Bourne is?
Know the name.
I get a charge out of him. I've known his family for a long time, but he played football, and I think he got a couple knocks to the dome and realized he may be better off not playing the game anymore, but he loved the game so much he wants to be a coach. So he's shadowing these coaches every day, practice, games, otherwise, and it's just fun to talk to him on the sidelines and just he's got a great attitude, and I suspect he'll make a great coach one day.
Great place to train, that's for sure.
Learn from the best.
That's right. Gilsdorf getting a workout today between the kickoffs, PAT kicks, and catching balls.
There he is.
Line drive to the 15-yard line. 89 once again with the return. Owen McClure, and that is your final play of the third quarter. Center Grove leads at 42-6 in the JV contest, on their way to a sweep over Fort Wayne Carroll. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Hey, I'm Jeff Saturday, and my favorite thing when I was a professional football player was Indiana. The Hoosier State always made me feel like family. That's why I trust Indiana's hometown mortgage lender, Bailey & Wood. This family-owned company not only gives back to the communities they serve, but also with their 5-star customer service, they can close on your dream home in days, not weeks. So remember, Indiana, you can always get your mortgages at a snap with Bailey & Wood.
Hey, Jeff, how does this look? Yay!
Not bad, bud, but let's stick to mortgages.
Get a free AC from Peterman Brothers this month. When you get a qualifying heating and cooling system installed by Peterman, the AC is free.
And it's backed by our exclusive lifetime unit replacement warranty.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule.
Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Carroll with a completed pass here on the near sideline. Good yardage on first down.
How about that tackle by James Pennington?
Very well done.
5 foot 115.
Going right back to 85. He caught the last one.
There's a face mask.
Flag comes in after the play. 85 with the last two receptions. Will Greenlee. This is a face mask. Good eyes by Coach Hines to spot that one. Football now at the Carroll 46-yard line. Coach Hines, appreciate you sitting in today for the doubleheader. Our good buddy Rick Embry today, you know, he's Purdue Pete. He's up there at Ross-Ade taking in the Purdue-Ball State game today. Of course, for Ball State, that's Eli Holt playing for the Ball State Cardinals. Rick told me last night, hoping for a Purdue win, hoping for an Eli Holt touchdown.
Well, you know, Kevin, for a lot of years I've wanted to be Rick Embry, and today I get my chance.
There you go.
It's not a bad life.
No, I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun, especially these Saturday football games.
No, these are great. You guys do a great job. I always enjoy watching.
We have a lot of fun with it. We appreciate all the fans that tune in on Friday nights and on Saturdays as well. New set of downs here for Carroll. This is the other quarterback. He played a little bit in the first half, Brayson Staley. He's a sophomore, throws that one incomplete.
Kevin, if anybody doesn't appreciate the work you and Rick do and everybody else, have them dial into webcasts from other schools, because I've heard some doozies, and honestly, I've never heard one as good as you guys do.
Appreciate that very much. Labor of love, as they say. I tell you, you said it early on, Center Grove, we're so good in so many sports. About every sport, we're competitive. Football, we talked about tennis earlier today, soccer, basketball, baseball, softball, you name it. Center Grove is very, very good in a lot of sports across the board. Wrestling's been really good the last several years. Just last year, we talked to Joe last night at halftime. Last year, state runner-up in girls soccer, boys tennis, wrestling, boys wrestling, and softball. We were so close in softball. I know boys tennis was really close to winning state.
The baseball team's right there.
Yes. Of course, football last year got to the Final Four.
Yep.
Make a play or two. Center Grove's in the state championship. We're talking about a 6th state title. Don't want to take anything away from Brownsburg.
No. But
they were very, very good. But Center Grove had chances to win that game.
A break here or there makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can all count the times that we could have won state and didn't. And I usually hang my hat on 2014 because my son was a senior.
That was a special group. That was the year that Max Norris went down with a hamstring injury against Ben Davis in the Final Four. Knocked away. Good coverage by the Trojans. Chase Kelso, sophomore, knocked that one away.
Good defense. It was a nice pass by their second-string quarterback.
Turnover on downs.
A little under 6 minutes left. Running clock. We're going to get a few more plays, but not a lot.
I still remember Trace Jackson Davis talking about Cedar Grove. Of course, you know, people will say, oh, this school, they're known for their football. It's a football school, or they're a basketball school. He said, I think Cedar Grove, we're a softball school because we won so many state titles in softball.
He's right.
He's not wrong. Between Coach Milligan, Coach Coleman, softball, top notch. They were so close last year to win that state championship. They had opportunities. Hopefully they can come back this year and make another run.
There were a lot of years I went and watched that softball team every home game. They're so talented.
They are.
Like you said, it's that way for just about every sport. It's just come watch them and be amazed at how good these kids are. And if I may add, our cheerleaders are really good too.
Yes, they are. Nicole Delp and her coaches do a wonderful job.
Yes, they do.
Boys and girls golf has really picked up over the years as well. A lot of young talent playing golf. Trice breaking tackles, middle of the field, great speed, one man to beat, taken down inside the 25. Trice to the 23. I think a star's being born today, Coach.
It is, and of course, I have to point out he had a big hole to run through, but he ran hard when he got there. So he's fun to watch.
In the varsity games, we always announce our Texas Roadhouse Player of the Game. You know who we went with last night?
Who's that?
Frankie Hayes.
Yeah, he earned it.
I felt like that second half, what he did, and that linebacker position. Game changer.
Yep.
Frankie Hayes last night, LB linebacker. Here comes Trice. Spin move to the 5. They're trying to push him in. He gets to the 3-yard line. 20 yards for Trice.
20 hard-earned yards too. That kid's impressive.
And talk about that, because the linemen, they feed off of that, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. I think I even said something. I was standing next to Amore, Coach Pooh, last night, and I was watching our running backs run and how hard they run, how they keep chopping their feet, and how strong they are. And I said, you know, back in my lineman days, I'd block all day long for a guy that runs like that. They absolutely feed on it.
First and goal at the 3. Sam Lee brings in the next play. Trice walks in, 3-yard touchdown.
Let the big dog eat.
.48-6 Trojans.
That's liable to be our last offensive play.
Running clock, we're down to 2:30.
That's a good way to go out.
So the Center Grove football program moving to 6-0 here in 2025. High snap. Wishmeyer, the quarterback, is going to try to run to the pylon. Good job. Just run out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Wasn't going to make it to the pylon. Good business decision, as Rick Embry likes to say.
Yeah, and it was real heady the way he took the ball, and he knew he tucked it and ran. And probably even smarter that he ran out of bounds when he saw he wasn't going to score.
So again, coming up on Friday, Center Grove home opener, senior night, hosting Marion. Marion, 1 win, 1 loss on the season. Sure love to see a big crowd here at Ray Skillman Stadium. Support the seniors, support this Trojan football program. We got word Jeff Saturday, the great Colt, will be here in attendance. And then the freshmen and JV teams will go to Carmel on Saturday. They'll get tested on Saturday up at Carmel. Freshmen at 9, JV follows at 11.
One of the referees we had last night is from Marion, and he made a comment. He was watching our big boys walk out, and his jaw was on the ground. He goes, next week, take it easy on us, would you?
Hey, they're the Giants. Come on, Marion
That's right.
Giants. Of course, Marion known for their great basketball through the years.
Absolutely.
Remember Jay Edwards and that group won, 3 state championships in a row? I think they called it the Purple Rain.
Yeah. In fact, that was right about the time IU was winning their national title in '87.
I got to spend some time with the great coach Bill Green.
Oh, yeah.
After he left Marion, he went to UIndy. I was a student, young broadcaster at UIndy. Got a chance to work with Coach Green while head coach at UIndy. Picked up at the 20-yard line. Bam Douglas. He's been busy on these kickoff returns, taken down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Kickoff teams look great. Got beat on the edge one time, but other than that, when you got 48 points, we've had a few kickoffs, and they look good. Good lane discipline. Guys going full speed. And they hit hard.
Braxton Brumley running on.
Braxton
Brumley, sophomore, defensive tackle.
Coached him a few years ago.
Great to see a lot of players playing today here for the Trojans. That one's batted down by number 2, James Pennington, another sophomore. I think there's maybe 160, 170 players in the high school program. A lot of kids playing football for Center Grove right now.
Yep.
70-some freshmen. I would say 100-some JV/varsity players. Big numbers. Final minute. Good ball, led him too much.
And I'll tell you, Kevin, that for any parents out there frustrated about your kids' playing time, the lessons they're learning here, whether they play or not, they'll carry for a lifetime.
Good point.
And I say that as the father of a kid who didn't play a lot. My son didn't play a lot. But he'll tell you to this day he uses the lessons he learned. He still looks up to the coaching staff here. Wouldn't trade his years here playing for the varsity staff for anything.
Should be the final play. Being chased. And they're going to say, I think he stepped out of bounds. They're going to say his foot was out of bounds.
Yeah, that's your game.
So no pass out of bounds, and that's the final play of the ball game. Final score 48-6. Junior varsity team for Center Grove. Impressive today. We talked to Coach Snyderwitz at halftime. We talked to Coach Hines. You guys were very impressed. Very clean football game today by the Trojans.
Great game. A lot of fun. I appreciate you letting me come up here and help.
I appreciate you helping out. Always enjoy spending time with Coach Scott Hines. I usually see him on the Friday nights a lot of times. Saw you last night by chance in the parking lot up at
I was trying
Carroll.
to go in the wrong gate, but yeah.
But appreciate you stepping in today to help us out, and we might have some future games for you as well. So,
well, if I knew about Mrs. Summers' cookies, I might have volunteered to do this a long time ago.
Yes, thank you, Naomi Summers, for the cookies today. She takes care of us. So, on that, Coach, I'll let you go. Thank you. Have a great holiday weekend, and we'll see you soon. So, again, your final scores from this weekend. Center Grove varsity football last night, 35-24 winners at Carroll. The freshman team, 38-27 this morning over Carroll. And the JV team wins at 48-6 over Carroll. So all three teams now 2-0 on the season, 6-0 for the program. Again, a big thank you to our presenting sponsors today, Duke Homes, Coldwell, Banker Stiles, and Bailey & Wood Mortgage Lenders. Again, join us Friday night, 7 o'clock, home opener. Center Grove hosting Marion, and then the freshman and JV teams will go to Carroll on Saturday for 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock games. Until next time, this is Kevin Conrad for our camera operator, Kate Leidy, and Coach Scott Hines saying so long, everyone, from Ray Skillman Stadium at Center Grove High School.